No, we decided to be out with the fans.
I tried to get him to go in there. He's an old man. Yeah. Are the players playing tonight? Thank you. Okay. Okay, if the player is running the ball or catching the ball or doing anything, it's Moses, not the highlight. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now we run against that when we did the high and northern stuff to get two numbers because one's on the varsity and one's defense, one offense. And, right here. But it's one defense, one offense. Okay, so shouldn't be a major problem other than you could look and see 24 and read the name and said, oops, that was the offense.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. We are here live from Delaware, Ohio. We have the Ohio State Buckeyes, your Buckeyes, and they're going to be up against the Ohio Wesleyan Bishops. Joe Davis is here with a lot of pertinent information. So we welcome you to our broadcast. We'll actually give you a picture now of the field. Joe, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ohio Wesleyan. I'm not sure the name of the field. Do you know the stadium?
Shelby.
Shelby, that's right. Shelby Stadium. And we're just above
I do my
Columbus,
homework.
Ohio. You do your homework. You do something. We're just above Ohio of Columbus. And it's a beautiful little stadium here, nice little campus up here.
We said it reminds us of Worcester. The
It
stadium's,
does.
but the press box in
The
particular
press
is almost
box
identical.
Very, very similar to Worcester, Ohio. And nice view of the stadium, which, Rick, if you look at the camera, you can see that. It's just a beautiful field and beautiful view.
We always like being a little closer to the field. Obviously, we've been in some stadiums where we were 120 steps away. That's no fun.
And when you're at Ohio State's campus, Tower Field, or Lincoln Tower Field, you are right there beside the field on that little band tower.
We're actually 3 stories up. This is the same band tower that the Buckeyes' greatest damn band in the land practices at. So anyway.
Okay, last week, Ohio State Club football sets a record. They defeated UW-Milwaukee Panthers 91-0. Now, if you're thinking they ran the score up, they did not. They broke the previous record of the Apprentice School defeated George Mason 87-0, and that was in 2018, just a couple years ago. There were 9 different Buckeyes found the end zone. The Buckeyes led 49-0 at the end of the first quarter. After the first quarter, which broke their old record in 2022 versus George Mason, Ohio State led 77-0
So
at halftime.
when did they put the subs in, Joe?
Probably they started doing that in the first quarter.
I would imagine.
And you'll see this in a minute when I read what everybody did. But 77-0 at halftime. So you can see from 77 to 91, they did not do much in the second half. And you can't put a guy that doesn't play a lot in the game and say, now don't score. So, if the backups can score, they can score. But he did have his backups in the game and the whole game. The teams agreed. Both teams agreed to the second half 8-minute running clock. So the quarters were only 8 minutes in the second half, and there was a running clock.
Wow.
So that was to diminish what was happening on the field. And, Ohio State was not trying to run it up, but, you can't put players on the floor and say, don't run for a touchdown.
No, that's true.
Okay. Nico Pappas was 8 for 12 for 20 yards, 209 yards and 4 TDs. So you can see 8 for 12. That's not a lot of passes. So he wasn't in the game long, and they took him out. He probably took him out after the first quarter.
So do we know what the varsity club of the Battling Bishops, what their record is? Do we have any idea?
I do not know.
And, of course, this is the JV team. And, of course, Ohio State, since it's club football, they usually try to arrange games with Division III JV teams. This is one of them. And next week, where do we go? Wittenberg. So we'll play the Wittenberg Tigers next week on Campus Nation. But anyway, tonight, OWU is hopefully our next victim, but don't be so sure, because this I've heard is a fairly good team, with a lot of tricks up their sleeves. So we'll see how that comes out.
Let me add some. There's a lot of guys that got action and got some things. So let me get their names on the air here. Nico Pappas also added 82 yards on the ground and a 72-yard TD scamper. Ian Getche scored on the second play of the game, a 25 TD pass. Getche finished with 3 catches for 73 yards. He also caught a TD pass in the second half from freshman Chris Atkins. Tight end Aiden Donovan, wide receiver J.P. Naylor, Keegan Lynch, all of them caught TD passes, as 6 different players caught passes during the game. Running backs combined for 134 yards and 16 carries. Thiel led with 54 yards on 6 carries, just the 4th player to reach 1,000-yard mark, joining Kelly Gerenstein. You remember him.
We remember Gerenstein, quite an athlete.
Quite an athlete and quite a character. Nice guy. I loved Kellen Gerenstein. He had 2,145 yards. Kellen did. Jalen Haley, who is still playing, has 1,476 yards, and to be adding to that, Madhu Inelli, don't know him. He played before I was here. He had 1,071 yards. Festermaker added a 66-yard punt return. Chris Allen, usually a linebacker, rushed twice for 46 yards. Wide receivers Sam Garber and Haley combined for 3 passes for 63 yards. Defensively, OSU collected 4 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Playing in his first game, Ben Romano hauled in 2 picks, and 1 was a pick 6.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So that's great for him. Reagan Little and Ryan Globakar each had an interception. Joshua Clemens, Matt Humphreys each had a scoop and score, and Trey Jones also recovered a fumble. OSU had 3 shutouts in 4 games since the first game versus Cincinnati United, which scored 10 points. The next 2 games the next games we have now are versus NCAA Division III JV opponents, Ohio Wesleyan and Wittenberg. And then the Great Lakes Championship game will be on either 11-16 or 11-17. That still has not been determined at this point.
We assume that it will be at Ohio State. Ohio State has basically wrapped up their conference.
Can you say it again real fast?
But the date is to be determined. Now, the Buckeyes, the actual Buckeye Club, Division I team, they're out of town. I forget where they're playing, but they're out of town that weekend. So the Buckeyes, the club team could choose to play either day, just depending on getting, confirmation from the team they'll be playing against, which right now, for all intents and purposes, we think it will be Michigan State. So it'll be the Buckeyes and Michigan State.
Which played last year.
That's right. And, of course, if you remember, that game took place in Alma, Michigan, and the Buckeyes won that handily. And then they went on to be in the Final Four, which, once again, this year, Campus Nation will be covering that Final Four out of the Toledo Rockets Glass Bowl in November, the end of November. So after the championships, we're on to the Glass Bowl for the semifinals, and that'll be here on Campus Nation.
And if you win on the 16th, you're guaranteed to be in the Glass Bowl. If they lose on the 17th or 16th, they could still be there, because last year, Michigan State lost to Ohio State, but still went to the Glass Bowl.
Right. Michigan State was the number 1 ranked team at that point. I can't imagine anyone's ranked higher than the Buckeyes right now. The Buckeyes are undefeated, and they've been winning handily.
So the next 2 games, I think it can still go in on their win-loss. It's going to go on their win-loss record, so it might affect who's first place or who's second place. determining. I'm not
I'm
sure.
not really sure how that works, since these JV teams are not really in the NCFA.
Right,
And how that actually, the NCFA.
But I know the coach one time said it matters to them. So whether it really matters in the win-loss, I don't know. If that could keep them, could knock them from first place to second place, that I don't know.
And I do know that Coach Grega is taking both this team and also the next team, which will be the Wittenberg Tigers, although they're not putting one before the other. Tonight they're looking at the Battling Bishops, but they are taking these JV teams very seriously. They have some talent and they have some speed, and you'll see that exhibited here tonight. It'll be up to the Buckeyes to keep pace.
Right. And again, you got teams that are practicing all week for their football games on Saturday versus Ohio State Club, which I believe they're only allowed to practice twice a week, I think.
Yeah, it's either 2 or 3 times.
It's 2. Maybe they may be able to practice 3, but they are limited per club regulations on how much they can be holding their practices compared to the regular Division III schools.
And once again, this was made clear by the SID at Ohio Northern, the Polar Bears. These Division III teams, they are allowed to play each player, be it varsity or JV, up to 10 quarters or 10 games.
Right.
But anyway, so you may see them slip some actual varsity players into this roster during this game. It's hard for us to tell. All we can do is keep you apprised. We do have a sheet with the numbers of the players. We were afraid that wasn't going to happen.
Well, if they are varsity players, they're varsity players that do not make the field that often in a varsity match.
Right, because they are limited to those number of games
There are a
that
couple,
they can
for
play.
instance, there are a couple juniors, there are a couple seniors that are dressed tonight. Those are probably guys that came here, played. They're now made it to a senior, but they're still only on special teams, even though they're a linebacker or a running back. They don't get but 3 or 4 reps a game in a regular game maybe, and if they're on punt squad or kickoff squad. So this may be the time they get out there and actually play their position a little bit. So just because they're a senior or on the varsity squad doesn't mean they're a top-notch varsity player that's out there playing all the time. But I do have their roster here, and going down through it, just looking at names and numbers. Now, again, there could be a time I say 24, blah blah blah, caught the pass, and I gave you the wrong number because there have 2 guys on in their practice squad or JV squad that have the same numbers. Usually, it's one is offense and one's defense. But so I may look down at the paper real quick to get a name and give you the wrong name, but I'll try to correct that if I realize
plus,
which
as all
one's
Buckeye
offense and
fans
which defense.
know, Joe Davis is old and he makes a lot of mistakes.
The voice is always perfect.
Right.
They love me.
We have about 6 minutes until game time. Once again, we are live from Delaware, Ohio, the home of the Battling Bishops of Ohio Wesleyan University. Your Ohio State Buckeyes are not really they didn't have to travel far. Certainly they traveled less than we did, didn't they, Joe?
Right. And I noticed one of the players, I'm going to say that right now, Sam Garber, on the Ohio State team, which we mentioned quite often on the team, is from Worthington. We drove right. I mean, this is basically almost like Worthington here.
Just for probably no one caring or edification, it wasn't that long ago that I lived up near Polaris.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, lived near Polaris right here in Delaware County. So
I did see on here it says this is the first time ever the Ohio State club has ever played Ohio Wesleyan.
And we've got a great crowd developing tonight. So you know that everywhere the Buckeyes go, they carry the excitement and interest of any, Ohio State team. And, of course, we know the Buckeyes wear the same uniforms as the big club, and they play a very formidable roster, which we have been through already most of the year. We only have these last 2 games to go before we actually go into the championship round.
Ohio State is the lone undefeated team in the NCFA, sitting at 5-0, ranked number 1 in the country. Not far behind Ohio State is Clayton State. I do not know where they're from.
Probably Georgia.
and could be very likely,
Yeah.
and which is 4-2 on the year and is ranked number 2.
So Clayton State will probably be one of the teams of the 4 teams that we have in the Glass Bowl
Yes.
later at the end of November. I'd say the Buckeyes are pretty much a shoo-in. I can't imagine what would derail them, even if they lost. The Buckeyes, year in, year out, are one of the premier club football teams that are in this league.
Ohio State Clayton State is coached by Kevin Atkins. And in 2022, when Ohio State played in the national game, they played against Gordon State, which was from Georgia, and they lost to them.
Yeah, Gordon State handled the Buckeyes that game.
And Kevin Atkins was their coach, and now he's switched and is now coaching Clayton State. So I'm sure, and I think I read one time there are more club teams in Georgia than any of the other states.
I think that's a strong state for football, just like the SEC in that. But anyway, looks like we've got about 3.5 minutes. Ohio Wesleyan's JV team and or varsity team are out there on the field.
This answers the question we talked about a minute ago.
All right.
With a win against Ohio Wesleyan, the Buckeyes would all but ensure their opportunity to host the 2024 Great Lakes Conference Championship. So this game does matter in their win-loss of hosting or not hosting that game.
And if that game is hosted by the Buckeyes, of course, we will be back to Lincoln Tower Park for that game. And I wonder what the weather will be at the end of November. Or, you know, by the, what is it, the 17th, 16th, 17th?
Yeah, 16th or 17th. Here it says that we traveled to Ithaca, Michigan, but our game was in Alma, wasn't it? It says they played Michigan State in
I think
Ithaca.
I think it was Alma. Unless we
which we won
cited.
52 to. Well, we may have stayed in Alma and drove to Ithaca. I'm not sure. There was 6 miles apart.
Anyway, it was a tiny town of 2,500, but they had an incredible stadium. Had to be a several $million stadium, high school stadium. And you can always go back and look at that game on Campus Nation with the Buckeyes and the Michigan State Spartans. And it sounds like quite possibly we will be facing those Michigan State Spartans again for the conference championship.
Now, I didn't know this. I read here. Right now, Oakland currently holds a half-game lead on the Spartans.
Oh, wow.
So it could be Oakland we're playing. Because the other teams, all the other teams are combined 5-8.
Well, Oakland's 5-2, aren't they?
I don't know, but I'm just reading what it said here. Between the Great Lakes West, which is comprised of Oakland, Loyola, which is Chicago, UW, Milwaukee, and Michigan State. Currently, those 4 teams are combined 5-8 this year. That's what they're all. We're 5-0. They're 5-8, and currently Oakland holds a half-game lead on the Spartans. So what they're doing is going to be big.
Want to sit here?
Mr. Parker, how you doing?
So anyway, seconds until the game starts. Buckeyes and the Battling Bishops are out on the field. See if I can direct the camera that way. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, the network of the Ohio State Buckeyes club football team with the voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes club team. Who is that? Joe Davis?
That's what I heard.
The one, the only.
Only is right. Lonely is also true.
The lonely Joe Davis.
Well, they just did the.
You want you up there?
I looked up and the captains are running off the field. I did not see who won.
We
the
weren't
toss
trying
or
to
who's
steal
getting
him.
it.
We weren't trying to steal him.
Oh, he's supposed to go upstairs and he stopped here?
Yeah, I told him to come over and sit down, but they want him upstairs, I guess.
Yeah, the coaches are all upstairs.
Probably wondering, where the heck is our guy?
He evidently is not playing tonight, and I didn't even notice see if he's on that list. Yes, London Parker is out. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been to London before. from Ohio.
There's a London, Ohio, Joe.
Yeah, I've been to London, Ohio, just not the London. Now, it looks like Ohio State is going to be receiving the ball.
So we're not sure whether they won the toss and deferred.
No. Yeah, when I looked up,
well, they wouldn't have deferred it.
They wouldn't have deferred it. So it's
No.
either the other team deferred, or Ohio State won and took the ball and said, we want to go down and score.
We also know that Coach Grega, any chance he can get his hands on the ball, will take it. So he does not shy away from that.
Yeah, he doesn't defer. Sometimes he won't defer. He'll take it because he wants to go. He may want to get the ball and go straight down and score on this team. Put some pressure on him.
Right.
All right, they're back getting ready for kickoff. I'm trying to see. Number 10 is their kicker. And where'd my sheet go? There it is, over here. And that is Quinn Schroeder.
So we welcome the Buckeye fans as well as the battling Bishop fans.
Caught on the 26-yard line, coming over to the center of the field, getting hit and brought down. That looks like Jonathan Thiel received that ball. Now that could clue in that Jalen Haley may not be out there right now, so we'll find out as the game goes on.
So the Buckeyes will be running left to right as you're looking at your TV screen. The battling Bishops defending the right side, and the Buckeyes are going to try to come down and put some points on the board here.
Yeah, we got Jalen Haley down at the bottom. We got 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top, 1 in motion. Hands off up the middle, getting nice yardage. Get about maybe 5-6 yards on that run. Was number 26 for Ohio State. Ethan Young. Nice run for Ethan Young.
And normally what you'll see in these situations is coach will run some running plays. If they're picking up some good yardage, at some point, thunder and lightning will strike.
Well, it's just like that. We'll run that same play again, but it'll be running. We got 3 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Actually, 2 to the bottom, 1 in the slot. Going to hand off, going around the left side. Number 29, Troy Kesterson.
Almost within a first down. Maybe a yard.
It's going to be 3rd and 1, yes, 3rd and 1.
Nope, 3rd and 2.
Hey, move it back. Keep changing it. I think it's still 1. It's about 1 yard. So we got 3rd down. We're on the 47-yard line. Got to get to the 48. Getting hit, but keeping alive, and I think he made it.
He did it. He
got to the 49. Wow, I mean, he was getting hit in the backfield and still made it.
Oh, he dragged a few battling Bishops with him.
Yes, he did. I said 29 a minute ago. I think it's 26 out there. Ethan Young is running back.
All right, so the Buckeyes up to the line again for their
we got Ethan Young in the backfield with Pappas. Pappas looking, throwing left, throws low, but not picked up. I thought he caught it.
It was dropped.
It was dropped. That was a nice pass to Keegan Lynch, but he was not able to get it. It was ankle high. So we line back up. 2nd down and 10 from the 49. We got 2 to the bottom, 3 to the top. Lone backfield, empty backfield. Throws quickly, caught in the middle, bobbled, but kept it and kept going.
Down to the 35-yard line, Joe.
Trying to see who that was. It's 80. David Dada.
Up tempo here. They're back up to
number.
the line, getting ready to play.
Pappas running out to his left, being rushed. He's going to take off. He's going to get about 7 yards before he goes out of bounds. Good run for Pappas.
Should bring up a
2nd down and
maybe
about 4.
4, yeah.
We got 6 yards on that run.
Looks like it.
Trying to read. Looks like, I said 26. Now it looks like 8. Joshua Clemens. He's a defense back, so it's probably 26. Trying to read these numbers from up here. We got 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, 1 to the backfield. Pappas gets it, fakes the handoff. He's running alone on the right side, getting around, cuts inside.
Makes a good cut.
Gets inside the 20, going to be down about the 19 or 18-yard line. He did a great run. That was called from the start. Braden Hatcher made the tackle on that play. Helps when you got somebody from the other team in here, and I can hear their names and get their names on here. Okay, we got one in the backfield. Haley in motion, going to the top, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bottom now in motion.
Pass to the corner.
Quick up the middle.
He's going to the corner, though.
That's up the middle. He's going to get down close to the 5-yard line, I believe, or close to the 10-yard line, maybe just inside the 10. Ethan Young made it inside the 10. Ethan Young's doing a good job today. To me, it looks like 26, and Ethan is a running back. So, look at the running back. Tell me if you see a different number than I do. I keep seeing 26, 28, 29, but I think it's 26. Ethan Young.
He's changing jerseys, Joe.
Oh, quarterback did a great zigzag move and got inside the 5-yard line. He was being grabbed behind the line of scrimmage. He ducked. The guy missed him. Then he runs, and he made a move all the way up to the 3-yard line, I believe. Wow.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 3.
Buckeyes have not had very much resistance by the Battling Bishops this first drive.
We got one in the backfield, one at the bottom, one at the top. Hands going up the middle again, and he gets about to the 2, and then he hits a brick wall. He might have got to the 1. Let's see where they're marking him.
Good defense by OWU.
I think it's about a 1.5-yard line is where he got to. He got right there. I mean, there was an opening, and he thought he was going to block, and then all of a sudden, boom, he hit the wall. Or the wall hit him, one of the two. Third down and a little over a yard, I think, is where that ball's at. It's inside the 2, I think, or right at it. So see if they can get in on this punch. Handoff again up the middle. I think he's going to fall about a half-yard shy. So
once again, great defense by the Battling Bishops.
I don't see.
Someone's hurt.
Someone's going out limping. Are they calling a timeout? Yeah, I think Greg had decided to call a timeout with the guy coming off. He needed to put players on the field, so he just called a timeout. So now he gets to decide, are we going to go for it on 4th down? And
well, I think what's impressive is the Buckeyes pretty much marched down the field, but when they got within that 10-yard line, the backs were raised, and the Battling Bishops, they are standing their ground.
You can't spread the team out as much when you get down there because of the end of the goal line. So the back of the end zone sort of keeps everybody closer. And we went up the middle every time. We've not went off tackle or anything. We went straight up the middle.
So what you're saying is expect maybe an off-tackle play here, or maybe even a quick pass.
Quick pass. Could be one of the two. Could be the quarterback rolling out and either passing or running it in himself. Let's see. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Well, it's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Bishops.
Covered or not, if it doesn't go in, it's going to be their ball, whether we covered it or they covered it.
Yeah, because it was 4th down.
We did not make it in. The ball was snapped low, it looked like. And I don't know if he actually tried to fake a handoff or something, and it just didn't go, or if it just never had control of the ball.
Yeah, I think that, basically it was a fumble.
I thought from what I saw, there was only one guy on the right. He went in motion. That left the right side almost bare. I think he was going to fake the handoff and then come to the right side and try to make it in himself.
All right, we're going to see the Battling Bishops in their first series, and they're deep in their territory. So we'll see what they've got in store for the Buckeyes.
All righty. See who's quarterback back there. If you see numbers, I can't tell their numbers from here.
Well, their backs are to me. I mean, their fronts are to me.
Fronts are to you. I think it's number 12. Anthony Tressler Hughes. Let's see. Going up the middle and pulled over to the right side a little bit, or left side, their left side.
A couple yards, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, they're still on the 4.
2nd and 8, maybe.
About 2nd and 8. That's where they got it marked on the sidelines.
Isn't that what I said, Davis?
No, I wasn't paying attention. Trying to read I think it says 12, or is that 32? God. Trying to read the quarterback and running back. And handoff going up the middle again. You didn't get anywhere, so maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Hey, who's quarterback out there?
C.J. Jackson right now.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
C.J. Jackson is the quarterback for them right now, and that is number 3. Like I said, it looked like number 12.
All right, so we have
Unless there was a different one.
and about, looks like 8.
I think they changed quarterbacks.
Could be a
Throwing
pass.
to the right side. Did he catch it? They're saying he did, but it's going to be he's only going to get about 5 yards.
Right.
He's
It'll
gonna
be
get to the
4th and
9.
5. They will have to punt.
They have to punt, so they got 5 yards in 3 plays. So High State's defense jumped up and did it. It may have been a number 12 earlier, and number 3 came in on 3rd down there. I'm not sure. Was he quarterbacking the whole time?
Yeah, he's been in the whole drive.
Oh,
CJ.
I'm trying to read the numbers. It's hard to see. All right, back for a punt. Almost blocked. It's low kick, and me got fingertips on that ball. It's going to die down around the 30 and roll to the 35, 36-yard line.
So the Buckeyes are going to have excellent field position here with their second drive.
Yeah, that was a low punt. I think there were some Buckeyes back there, and they may have got just a hair of a finger on that ball to keep it from getting very far. It did get a nice roll to them. They gained about 10 yards on the roll. But the Buckeyes are starting on their own, not their own. They are starting on Ohio Wesleyan's 35-yard line. We got 1 in the backfield, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Jalen's in motion. Hands off, coming around the right side. Thiel, he's going to gain a few yards and go down. He's got about 3, maybe 4 yards on that run. Nice run by John Thiel. Yeah, couldn't tell who was in the backfield until he started running because I never saw this. I only saw him from the side. As soon as he ran, I saw the number 7, so I knew it was Jonathan Thiel. Did a good run there, senior Jonathan Thiel. He's in the backfield again with Pappas. Going to be another run. He's going off the left tackle this time. He's going to get another 2 or 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. Ohio State seems, the first half anyway, first quarter, they're very patient to all running plays so far.
Yeah, they're probably, of course, once again, they've never faced this team before, so this is new.
Right.
Everything is a learning curve here.
Okay, hands off to Thiel. No, fakes it now. Oh, we did have one pass earlier that went up the middle I forgot about, and then we threw that one, but he threw it right behind the tight end, and so are we going to punt or are we going to go for it here?
We're going to go for it.
Well, they're bringing the whole crew. I just wanted to make sure with numbers before I
can't imagine they will punt. Well, they're maybe trying a field goal.
Oh, they're trying a field goal. You're right.
Number 35.
Yeah, that's David Rive.
David
Rive is in to kick a 40 from the 35-yard line, a 45-yard kick. Ball's down, ball's up. It's far enough. They did not go in. Came to the right side.
Off to the right.
But he had plenty of distance on that ball.
He did.
Went to the right.
He did.
I actually thought they were going to go for it and try to get a first down right there and get closer. But they decided to kick. Again, Rive had plenty of leg on that ball. Distance was not a problem. It was just getting it in the uprights.
So we've got just a little over a minute left here in the first quarter. No score. Buckeyes and the Battling Bishops.
Defense back out there.
Live on CampusNation.com.
C.J. Jackson in the backfield. 2 in the bottom, 1 in the backfield with him. 21, or 24. He's got it going around the right side. He gets hit immediately. He's going to gain about 1 to 2 yards. That is Myson Sanders, or Saunders. Sanders. Good. He got about 2 yards on that run. Number 24. Again, we got 224, so I had to take a second to make sure it got the offensive player there. All right. We got 1 in the backfield, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Showing blitz. Coming to this side. Oh, great defense. Oh, and flags are flying in.
I think he had his arm around him.
I think he did. He jumped in front with the right hand and got the ball, but I think his left arm was around the player. And we got pass interference, which is going to give them an automatic first down. The only first down they've got today is going to be on the pass interference. As soon as they get together and talk and tell us. Oh, they're picking the flag up, saying no pass interference. 2 flags came in, and they both said, oops, we didn't mean that.
That wasn't his arm around him.
Evidently not. So I was right originally when I said great pass defense. I think that was J.P. Naylor on the defense.
All right, so we have a 3rd and 8, it appears, with just seconds remaining in this first quarter of play.
Okay, we got 1 in the backfield, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Going back, looking, throwing to the right side, and the ball went out of bounds.
Nice pass, just a little outside.
Just to the right of the receiver. And so they're going to have to punt. 4th down and 8. They're going to be kicking from their own 30-yard line.
Joe, we're getting a comment from a Mr. Gifford. I don't know if that's first name or last name. He wants to know whether this is the OW actual team or club team. Well, it obviously is the actual team. It's the JV team, right?
Actual Ohio Wesleyan JV squad. Some of these guys may be on the varsity also. And they said they got the ball again. They touched the ball. Ball's bouncing. Going to stop at the 41-yard line of Ohio State. As the punt went off, they almost ran into the runner or the punter, and but the referee quickly came up with a touch sign. So that's 2 punts they've had, and I think they touched the ball both times. So they're getting back there quick. Yeah, the JV squad, these are guys that are on the team as freshmen, and some of them are juniors, sophomores, juniors, seniors that just don't get a lot of playing time, and so they get in here and get some playing time against the club team. Here goes Ohio State. Looking, throwing right, caught. Oh, a nice catch.
Just as the clock expires in the first quarter.
That catch was by Aiden Donovan, and the tight end, and he caught that right off his shoestrings and did a great catch for about 6 yards, and we got at the end of the first quarter. Got a little timeout here.
Our thanks to Jordan Griffith-Simon. He's the one that said this is the OWU JV versus the Ohio State club football team. We got smart viewers, don't we, Joe?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, yeah.
They like me, so it shows you they're smart.
Gosh. Oh, my gosh.
You told me your voice hurt and you couldn't talk today, so be quiet.
Well, I'm not talking much.
Yeah, you're talking too much.
I've had like a 2-week cold. Besides, I'm still doing the morning show every day on
the morning show.
Yes, the one that you sleep through.
I sleep through it. I actually got up this morning around 8:30, and then went back to bed. Slept a little longer.
All right, let me change this to the second quarter.
I think I got up about 5 till 10. So your show was still on. All right, we got Haley going in motion around the right side. And here we go, going up the middle.
Good run,
got
9 yards.
Run, got right up to about a yard shy of the first down again.
Yeah, nice run, 9 yards. They're trying to do these runs to open up some passing. Then they'll try to do a little bit of picking.
I'm trying to see, was that Burton? Might have been J.R. Burton right there on that run.
That would be a good view if J.R. is in the game.
Coming around the left side, big opening, got the corner, keeps on going, and that is J.R. Burton got down to the 35-yard line.
So happy to see JR in the game. He is the Buckeyes' workhorse.
So they've been trying some other guys in the backfield and finally put JR back there. And the play was going up the middle, and it didn't go. He hit the wall and bounced off the wall and then came around the left side and kept going. So we got Burton in the backfield. We got 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Hands to Burton. Oh, he got tripped up and got tripped over the 37-yard line and made it to about the 34.
So he still picked up a few yards on the trip.
I don't know if sometimes a lineman will back up. That's 22, not 23. It's not Burton. 22. Who is Ohio State's 22 is Luke Fenstermaker.
Oh, Fenstermaker.
Fenstermaker. So it wasn't 22 or 23. It was 22.
So we have not seen Burton.
So we got a lone empty backfield. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom, 1 just a step in the back. Quarterback's going to keep it going straight up the middle.
That was a quarterback draw all the way.
Quarterback draw all the way.
I just said that, Joe.
And I'm the one that's supposed to be saying that. You're supposed to keep your mouth quiet.
Yeah, right. Whose show is this anyway, Joe?
I don't know. Never heard of you before. And that was by just a second here. That was Chris Atkins. Chris Atkins, the freshman quarterback. So Chris Atkins is in the game. He's the freshman quarterback who got a lot of playing time last week, and he's getting some playing time today. Throwing to the right. Did not come up with it. He
sidearmed it, but it was not inbounds.
It was very low. He was catching it as he went out of bounds.
Did you drop something?
But he didn't. No, that was you. I thought your brain fell out.
So once again, the Buckeyes are on the move. They are at their, 23, 24-yard line.
You remember Marty Brennan, Joe Nuxall? Well, Rick's neither one of them up here with me, so. We have an empty backfield.
That's what they say about you, Joe, an empty backfield.
We have an empty He's looking, throwing to the middle, caught by the tight end, breaks away from the tackle, keeps going, and he's in for a touchdown. Nice run by number 31 for Ohio State, Aiden Donovan. He had one guy on him when he caught the ball. He just sort of threw him off and then ran right up the middle. Touchdown for Ohio State. First ones to draw blood in this game today. Ohio State's looking good today.
Yeah, they are looking very crisp.
One thing that helped playing last week and winning 91-0, they got to play a lot of players. So that probably helped a little bit in getting guys rest and getting guys playing time. Rive goes up with the extra point, and it is good right down the middle.
We elected not to travel to Milwaukee last week, so we did not get to see the 91-0.
I asked them how they got there, and one of the guys upstairs said they took vans.
Yeah.
And some of them, they rented vans. Some of them had their own, and they just carpooled, but they rented and I think they went in a bus to there. They rent vans when they go to Toledo. But he goes, they rented a bus and took them to, with a 7-hour drive, they took a bus. It was a little more comfortable. When they go to Toledo, they carpool and rent vans and just go in vans and SUVs. But when they went there, they actually got a bus and took 1 or 2 buses.
So once again, you're watching CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. Want to remind everybody that in Wilmington, Ohio, from the 106-year-old historic Murphy Theater, we have every day, Monday through Friday, from 8 to 10, Wake Up Wilmington. A lot of information, a lot of fun. Tune us in. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if you have fun, that's for sure.
You're fired, Joe.
All right, back for them is Jason Harris and Myson Sanders. They're the 2 deep backs. There's the kick. It's going deep. Being caught, going to be running up. I think it's Sanders got the ball. He's coming in, got tackled at the 25-yard line.
That's where the Battling Bishops will start.
So first down from the 25-yard line. No, because being able to play last week and their freshman quarterback got a lot of playing time.
Right.
He's getting playing time again today.
Very
so
helpful,
that's
very helpful.
Very helpful last week. Basically, since Pappas is a senior, you get to next year's quarterbacks getting a lot of playing time. That's good. They're back there. They got two to the top, one to the bottom, one in the backfield. Hands off, no keeper by the quarterback around the left side. And he did make the corner, and he's going to get 5 or 6 yards there.
Maybe more, maybe 7 yards.
See where he goes, where they mark him.
Good run.
When he hit the ground and where he went out. I think they're going to give him 7.
7 yards. So it'll be a 2nd and 3 probably.
2nd and almost 8. Look at that.
Right.
The yard marker looks like it's maybe only 2 yards ago up there. So long 2 or a short 3. One in the backfield. Man coming in motion down this way, getting set. We got 2 to the bottom, 1 at the top, 1 in the slot. Fake to the handoff, throwing deep down the corner, left side, and it's overthrown by about 5 yards. So
I had the right idea, just overthrew it a little.
Yeah. Well, these guys don't get the playing time at practice like your varsity players do, as far as getting the timing down and everything. So we got Sanders in the backfield with the quarterback, Jackson. We got 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top, and 1 in the slot. Man in motion comes to this side slot. Fakes a handoff coming around the left side, being almost tackled in the backfield, but keeps going and gets out of bounds around the 40.
But he's got the first down, Joe.
He does have the first down. He only needed 2, and he got more than that. Gets out to the 40-yard line, I believe they're going to mark him. Because the player standing on the sidelines, he went out of our picture, so to speak, in the last 2 yards coming toward the sideline. Couldn't tell if he went out to 40 or made. No, they're actually going to mark him at the 39-yard line. So it's first down, 39-yard, their own 39-yard line.
OWU on the move.
2 to the. Handing off to number 82, going around the left side. He was in motion. He made the corner, getting hit, tackled. He's going to get about 5,
Still good
6,
pickup. Good
maybe
pickup.
7 yards.
Looks like the battling Bishops are starting to loosen up a bit, Joe.
Yeah.
Terry Watson, I share you for 5. 2nd down.
Want to remind everybody, next week we will be at Wittenberg University for their JV club. And, of course, we've done Wittenberg before, haven't we, Joe?
Yep, was there last year. Okay, we got one in the backfield. He's in motion, coming around, throwing in the backfield. Oh, almost overthrew him and almost intercepted by Ohio State. Good defense.
Buckeyes were not fooled by that.
J.P. Naylor was right there, almost got that ball. Good job, J.P. We've already mentioned his name tonight, so he's doing a good job. All right, they're getting the play. Looks like there's going to be 2 to the bottom, 3 to the bottom. Wide receivers, 1 in the backfield, and then 1 to the top. It's 3rd and long 3 yards here. Being rushed, he's coming around to the right side, throws short and dropped.
Really didn't have anybody that he could throw to.
No, he tried to drop it off to Harris, Jason Harris, and led him, and I think he just threw a little too hard for as far as he led him there a little bit, and it went through the fingertips. So not to the 50. Are they going to punt or are they going to go for it? I think they're going to punt. Okay. Looks like they got a man deep for punting.
Well, let's watch any trick play here.
Yeah, always watch. Always be careful. It's going back. High punt, snap. Goes high, very high.
Still
punt.
got it off.
Going to hit around the 35 and then caught at the 36-yard line.
So that's where the Ohio State Buckeyes will take over.
On their own 36.
At 6:49 in the second quarter of play, your Buckeyes lead the Battling Bishops
7-0.
7-0. I think they've got the wrong team listed on the scoreboard. They didn't change that. Tigers. That sounds like
We're
Wittenberg.
not the Tigers.
That sounds like the Wittenberg Tigers.
The Ohio State Tigers? All right, Ohio State's out there. Empty backfield. 2 to the bottom, 1 in the slot. Jalen Hurts came around in motion, got the ball going up the middle. Oh, he gets totally flipped up upside down.
At the 45.
But he's going to get 8 yards on that run. Nice run by Jalen Haley. I started to say Jalen Hurts. He's for the other team. He played yesterday on Sunday.
So it looks like we've got about a 2nd and 8. I mean 2.
2.
2nd and 2.
We got 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, 1 in the backfield. Handoff going up the middle. Got free. He got some more yardage. Is that 22? I seen a 2. Let's see. 26.
26.
26 for Ohio State. That is Ethan Young, nice sophomore for Ohio State.
Ethan will get a first down.
Richwood, Ohio, North Union High School.
Richwood, I think, is up near Cleveland, isn't it?
Probably is. I don't know where it's at, so it's got to be somewhere I'm not familiar with.
It's anywhere, Joe.
That's it. All right, we got 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top, 1 in the slot. Haley in motion. Hands off, going up the middle.
Not got anything. Good ball.
He lost a yard on that play.
Yeah.
They knew what was coming on that time, it seemed like.
Good play by Ohio Wesleyan.
It looks like Ethan, that was, I think, again, to Ethan Young, and they had him before he could move. So we still got Ethan in the backfield. He's in there. We got Haley going to the other side. Nope, turned around, coming back this way. Nico Pappas in the backfield. We got 1 at the top. Haley in motion, going to the right. Looking, throwing to the right, deep. And he went up and
good play. Good play.
Defense was right in front of him. Offensive went up high to get the ball, just could not get up there to get it.
Couldn't bring it down.
Pass was right on the money. Everything was there. Just good defense.
Great defense. 4:52 in the second quarter.
Third down and 11 from the the Bishop's 47-yard line. What are they? The Battling Bishops?
The Battling Bishops.
So here's a throw, wide open Haley, and he caught the ball at the 29-yard line, or maybe the 31. A little glare there.
He hit the seam in between the defense.
No, it was a 29. They're running up to the 29. He caught it and I think rolled over and the ball to the 31. But caught that at the 29-yard line. First down, Ohio State. That was a great pass and catch right there.
Yeah.
On the quarterback was rolling to his right, and Haley was wide open, led him, and Haley like Superman and caught that ball. Great job. All right, we got 1 to the bottom, 1 in the slot, 1 to the top, 1 in the backfield. Haley in motion, going up the middle, and going to come down. Got about 3 yards. Closer to 3, maybe 4. He's on the 35. He might got 4 yards on that run. Couldn't tell if that was Fenstemaker or Young. I couldn't tell. Might have been Young got that ball. All right. Young's in the backfield with Pappas. We got 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. There goes Haley in motion to the right side. Going to fake it, give it to Haley coming out of the backfield. Makes a move, but there's 4 guys there to meet him. So he's going to He's going to gain about 1 yard off of where they were. It's going to make it 3rd and 6. It was 2nd and 7. It's now 3rd and 6.
Of course, we realize now that the Buckeyes are in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they know that, but unless they kick field goal.
If they attempt a field goal, that would be the only exception.
Because they kicked one from the 35 a minute ago, and the ball was on the 35. We're inside that now, so they may try it again. And Ohio State's calling timeout.
Oh, timeout Buckeyes with 2:54 remaining in this first half of play. You're listening to Campus Nation.
I think that's their second.
the Internet Sports Authority. We are live from Delaware, Ohio.
Are you live?
I'm live. I don't know about you.
Well,
Ohio Wesleyan
I've not known that
University.
you're alive all week the way you've been hacking
Well,
and coughing.
I've had a terrible cold for the last few weeks.
And did he go to the doctor or urgent care or any place?
No. I try to avoid doctors as much as possible.
And they try to avoid
I
you,
think I haven't been to a doctor in about 20 years, Joe.
These guys on the sideline over here, one of them dropped the football. Another boy that's on the team is on crutches, and the ball fell in front of him. He took his crutch and smacked it down the field about 5 yards from the other guys.
So field hockey is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's playing a little field hockey with these crutches there. All right, here we come out of the timeout. High State's ready. We got 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Haley's down here. We got 1 in the backfield. Haley's, again, going in motion to the top. Puck catch. Here comes the quarterback around this side. Pappas, he may take off, which he does. He's going to get inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. And did he make a first down or?
So we have someone on our chat. Can't wait to join the Buckeyes club football team.
I don't see a flag, but
This is one C.J. Camp.
They're walking backwards, so I think there was a penalty on the field. I never saw a flag, but
so I don't know whether he's waiting for credentials to play or because some of the Buckeyes still have not been approved.
That's the thing. The NCFA has been dragging their feet all year about getting guys approved to play. They're there, they practice, they're ready. I assume they're practicing, allowed to practice. Again, it's going to be 3rd down and about 16-yard lines. There was a penalty on that play. High State's going back. Freshman quarterback still in, going around the right side. I think I said Pappas a minute ago in a run, but it's the freshman quarterback in. He got rushed that time and brought down.
So the Buckeyes will have to punt. Or was that 4th down?
No, I don't think it brings up 4th down. They're going to punt. I don't think they're going to try a field goal.
No, they're not going to try a field goal from this distance. So good play by the Battling Bishops.
In for the Buckeyes. Is Will Mustard. Did they call timeout? I looked at my paper, looked up, and everybody's walking off the field. I didn't think he had time to punt the ball.
Just for the edification of our audience, this is the first time that we've been broadcasting this year, for that matter any year, where we've actually turned on the chat. So
oh, wow.
We do have live chat.
Everybody chat with Rick and say, we love Joe Davis doing the game.
If you do, I'll block you. They'll be blocked immediately, Joe. Never chat again.
All right, they're back out there. High State's
as we
going
thought,
to kick.
Buckeyes are going to punt.
We got Will Muster out there. He's one that just the last couple of weeks was able to got okayed to play. He's a kicker punter. He's standing on about the 50 when he kicked it up in the air. It's straight up, and it may have got a hand on it. It's hitting the ground, bouncing around. If it hit one of their players, it would have been live, but they luckily for them it did not. But they did not know where it was coming down, so it could have hit somebody without him realizing it. Ball is placed dead on the, I think, 14-yard line. Can't tell if it's 14 or 13. 10, 11, 12, 13-yard line. The ball is being placed on the 13-yard line. Again, Ohio State's defense, they got 1 minute and 45 till halftime, so Ohio State's defense is going to come in to stop them from scoring. I'm sure they're going to be trying to some heavy passes here with not much time left. Clock is running. We got a penalty because the quarterback like stepped up and shook his hands for the ball, but the ball didn't get snapped, and he was like did it again. Like I said, hi.
Got a motion problem.
So I think we got an illegal procedure against. them. It's going to knock them back 5 yards.
That'll cost him 5.
It's going to be 1st and 15, and it's going to be from the 8-yard line. A nice interception right here would be
great. Very nice, yeah.
We had a couple pick six last week. A nice one this week would be good. And it's
Good
caught,
pass.
but he only got up to the – I thought he got a first down. He got up to the original
line of scrimmage, though.
I saw the thing, and I thought he was getting a first down. I was going to say, hey, he got a first down. But it's going to be 3rd down and about 12.
So, Joe, we've got
We got.
Let me put the scoreboard down so that I can put this up so that people can see this. From a Kathleen Garber, she says, seriously appreciate you both at home with pneumonia and so happy I can watch.
Okay, they threw it out, got to the 12-yard line. So he got back up to, maybe he's made up to the 14.
Well, Kathleen,
got pushed down to 14.
We hope you get well soon.
Yes, I talked to Kathleen.
I'm probably walking with pneumonia right now.
At Ohio State,
so.
I mentioned her son a couple times since, and hope you get better. Yes, I heard there's a virus going around that's turning into the pneumonia.
That's right. Yeah.
Here goes going, throwing deep, throwing on the sideline. He had the ball in his hands and dropped it as Ohio State came over, and number 14 for Ohio State, J.P. Naylor, who we've mentioned before, and busted up that play.
And an OWU fan. Go OWU number 58 from Danielle Dudley.
Well, let me see who that is. Number 58, Jack Dudley.
Danielle, we appreciate you watching Campus
Freshman
Nation for this game.
All right, they're back to punt right now. Ohio State has the man deep. Ball's going to be coming down near midfield, a little short. Going to hit the 40 and back up. And they finally touched it right at the 35.
Mere seconds.
Well, Ohio State, it's less than a minute. It's 57-8.
Yes, they're within striking distance.
They're within striking distance, yes. They can two things. They can possibly get a touchdown. They can get a couple passes or runs and get within. They got one timeout left before half. They can get they can get a field goal, get 2 scores ahead. I mean, that would be plus for Ohio State no matter if it's a touchdown or a field goal.
Give them a little bit of breathing room here.
Bye. All right, here we go. One to the bottom. One of them backfield. Fakes the handoff in the backfield, throws, and he was getting tackled as he threw it. But there was a man out there, Haley. He was trying to get it to Haley. Couldn't. They were blitzing through.
Breathing down his neck is what they were.
Yeah. And I don't know if there's anything wrong with Pappas or if they're just giving the freshman a lot of playing time here, because he's been in quite a bit here. I think played almost the whole second quarter here. He's in a lone backfield looking. Here they come, rushing. He's going to run up. He's going to take off.
Nice move.
Move to the outside, cuts back in. He's going to get a first down. That will stop the clock. There's 45.4 seconds. The clock stops for that till they get the ball placed. Ohio State's already in motion. Great move and run by the freshman quarterback for Ohio State. And he's going to look bouncing around again. This time he's just going to throw it away over here to the right side. He got outside the tackle, so he could throw a ball anywhere he wanted to. Stop the clock, 32.4. But I'll tell you what, they are in field goal range. They tried a field goal earlier from the 35, which was long enough but wide. But now they are at the 22-yard line. So
looks like with 32.4 seconds, they can throw a few more passes.
I think they're doing. As
long as it's passes, they can't run the ball.
Well, they could with the one timeout, but they don't want to use that if they don't have to.
No, you might need it for the field goal.
He's looking. Here comes a blitz. He's going. Oh, they're going to get him. He's going to take a huge
good
loss.
Defense. That'll take him out of field goal range.
Yeah, that's out of field goal range. They're all the way back to the 35, 23.9 seconds.
OWU with that blitz.
And there's a timeout on the field by Ohio State. So they're using their timeout now. So it's going to be – he's going to take this, probably trying to set up a play to and if they throw it inside, here's what he's going to set up. They're either going to get it to the outside.
Is this your learned information to us, Joe?
This is brilliance.
This is
by
brilliance.
The Joe Davis brilliance.
Okay.
They're going to throw it to the outside and get quickly outside in field goal range. Or if they throw it to the middle of the field to get close, they're going to catch it around, let's say, the 20 or the 15-yard line. They're going and they're tackled. They're going to run up and spike the ball.
Yeah, they're not throwing up the field.
They don't have any timeouts.
No, so they've got to go to the outside, or they got to do a trick play of some type.
No, but if they get it to the middle of the field, there's 23.9, so they're going to then have to run up, get in line like this, and kill the.
Well, let's see if you're right.
Let's see what they do here. Haley's coming in motion. Play was we got a flag. Something happened.
Probably motion on the Buckeyes.
Motion on the Buckeyes. That's going to knock them back another 5. They were already on the 35.
Just gives them that much more room to operate, Joe.
Yeah, that's all they needed. Well, we were where we tried a field goal earlier, so he would have probably, if there was 5 seconds on the clock, tried a field goal from there again. And now we're on the 39. So we were on the 34. We tried a field goal before on the 35. Now we're on the 39 with 23.9 seconds. They'd like to pick up at least 15 yards or more to get a better chance at a better field goal here.
Bobby Drexel,
or
what's
break
the
it
score?
And go in.
7-0 Buckeyes.
Fields in motion, throwing it up the middle to Haley, going up the middle. He's going to get near the original and brought down.
Got to call a timeout, and they don't have.
We don't have.
So they got to spike it.
Run up and spike
13 seconds.
Oh, they're going to just kick it.
Oh, this is a first.
4, 3, ball's out, ball's up. It's through. It's good.
It's good.
No time on the clock. Wow. Excitement there. They ran on the field. I thought they were going to run up and just kill it. They ran up the field and hiked the ball and kicked it. And David Rive kicked the field goal.
So your halftime score, the Buckeyes 10, and your Battling Bishops, nothing. There were a couple other comments here that I'll put on the score when I take the scoreboard down here. Score bug comes down.
Especially if they're good about me.
Yeah, well, no, they go Bucks number 84 from Abigail Harpster. Hey, and while you're watching, don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and like and share and subscribe. And that way you're always alerted to the many games that we do, not just Ohio State Buckeyes club football, but college football, high school football, playoff championship football. And we're just about ready to get into the basketball season here, about midway through November.
Yes, and believe it or not, I do try to referee little kids basketball on weekends, and I got a bad knee. I had to retire from regular basketball. Then they talked me into doing 3 or 4 junior high basketball games this year.
Well, that's about your speed, Davis.
Those kids are fast. I tell you what, they're too fast for this right-legged knee guy. But I'm going to be out there in the winter refereeing some basketball this year. 70-year-old.
Well, that's good. We'll be able to get some better people in doing basketball this year for us than Davis.
Yeah. Let's see what they've got here. Ohio State coming off their record performance. The Buckeyes are set to take on Ohio Wesleyan's JV team today, October 28th, before traveling to Wittenberg just 6 days later.
Right. Don't have much time because this is a Monday night game. We have to get ready here in 6 days because this next game will be Sunday.
Through 5 weeks, Ohio State boasts the top scoring offense and defense in the NCFA. The Buckeyes, after breaking a league record for points in a game against the Panthers, are averaging 43.8 points per game.
Hello, Richard Smith. He says, go OSU, watching from California. My grandnephew, number 72, Jared Dyer. His brother goes to OWU, plays track. So we got all schools represented here. Ohio,
Jared Dyer,
Ohio
yes,
State,
I see him.
And OWU track. And they've won some national championships in track here, I think.
Jared actually played for Kenton High School before he came here. Let's see. Ohio State's defense has given up just 10 points.
Gabriel C. Go Clemens. Now, I don't know whether that's a Buckeye. Is that a Buckeye, Clemens?
Yes, I know that name. Did they give a number?
No, she just put Go Clemens.
Go Clemens. There it is. Joshua Clemens, number 28, sophomore.
Do a shout-out
from
for
Charlotte, North
for
Carolina.
the sophomore. Yeah, I'd like to be there right now.
Played for Ardrey Kell.
Kylie, go OWU, number 34. They're watching Campus Nation, and we are just
That's a new one. I got to get my other paper
happy
out
to
here.
be bringing this game to both teams.
I don't have a 34 for Ohio State. For the other team or Ohio State?
OWU.
OW, sorry.
Yeah, other roster, please.
Other roster. Got to check it up here. 34. There it is. Oh, boy. Benison.
Here's
Jamichael?
another one.
Jamichael Benison.
I think this is Mauricia Vales. Hello from Puerto Rico. We're watching David Rive and the team.
David Rive.
Thanks for the great broadcast. Kendra Jones, go Bucks. Appreciate Campus Nation streaming the games.
And
Buckeyes number 9.
For you in Puerto Rico, I do this for you. Not for David. I do it for you,
and
David
Vincent
Rive.
Davidson joining the Buckeyes next year. Can't wait. Well, Vincent, we will be glad to see you on the teams of the Buckeyes.
What was the last name there, Vincent?
Davidson. Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll both be here next year.
Well,
with Rick, I'm not too sure.
Campus Nation will be here. I may fire Joe Davis over the summer.
The way Rick's been breathing the last 3 weeks, I'm not sure he'll be around, but he's just jealous because everybody loves me.
Well, Joe,
every time someone
that's
says,
because I play low key. You're out there sucking face with everybody out there.
I go out there and say hi to the people, and I say hi to the moms.
You
and
talk
the
to
dads.
people, you don't even know who they are. You just go up and you talk to them because you like to hear your voice.
They like to hear my voice. I just go out and talk to them.
You
saying
think
hi,
they like to hear
and they
your
say,
voice?
Hey, and when you hear them say, "Well, we were at our school there in Dayton, Wright State," and you heard a mother go, "Oh, I love your voice," and you're like, "Oh no, oh God," and you start getting sick because of that. You know, it's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, Rick."
Well,
they do that.
When they say that about you, it makes me want to throw up in my mouth. But it was when we played Wright State at Ohio State this year.
By the way, you like my new hat? I got this yesterday.
I don't really like it.
I got it at Kohl's.
I don't like it.
You
That's
don't
probably
like it?
No. It's kind of.
I wanted
cheesy
a dark
looking.
hat. I wanted a dark hat, and it's dark. Well, I left my other one where I refereed volleyball the other day. Did I tell you I'm a high school volleyball, and I do sectionals and districts and volleyball?
We don't care, Joe. We do not care. So currently the score, the Ohio State Buckeyes 10, the Ohio Wesleyan JV squad nothing.
You know, another thing that's on, because it's 10-0 at halftime, I know right now on his mind is that 0, because since the first game when they got 10 points and when they were behind 10-0 at halftime, they have shut out everybody since that point. And I think he'd like to keep that shutout going. Excuse me.
Well, Joe Davis is looking for the marching band. He thinks there's supposed to be a marching band here, Joe.
Yeah, they're out there. Don't you see them?
Oh, gosh. Let's do some shout-outs here again.
You got them. I don't. I can't see
Take the score bug down, and we'll put the first shout-out. Go Tyler, number 3, OSU, from Sharon Holt.
Tyler Beckman, linebacker, sophomore from New Albany, Ohio.
Next one, go OWU, number 65, my nephew Earl Gadier. A freshman playing out of Cleveland. The family is proud of you.
Earl Gator Jr., not Gadier, Gator. Earl Gator Jr. He's a freshman. Cleveland, Ginn Academy. You remember Tony Ginn from Ohio State?
Yes, it's Ginn.
Ginn, Ginn.
Yeah, you said Ginn.
Oh, I like Ginn.
And then big shout out to Team Benison from Kylie.
Yeah, we just mentioned Jamichael Benison a minute ago.
And here's one that we know, Joe. Donna Ruckman says, go Jackson Rickman, number
Yes.
0.
No. Blocko.
And Kathleen Garber, OWU's number 25, Connor Ashbury, is a Worthington Kilbourne grad. Worthington Kilbourne right here in Columbus.
Connor Ashbury, sophomore, defensive end from Columbus, Worthington Kilbourne.
Kyle Apper, 89 is my son. Let's go, Ian. Kick butt. Can we say that on the internet, Joe?
No, you can't say that.
No, you can't.
Can't say it.
We say a lot more on the morning show.
I bet you, with you and Charlie, I bet you say a lot more than that on the morning show.
We have fun on the morning show.
I've been there twice.
Want to remind you, Wake Up Wilmington from the 106-year-old Murphy Theater in downtown Wilmington, Ohio, every weekday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. You'll get all kinds of great information, including Campus Nation's upcoming contests.
I liked Haya in the afternoon. You know, I might have been on that show from Wilmington.
Yeah, well, we're not doing one in the afternoon that's live because we have to keep you reined in since you're old and you say things.
I would have said 10 to 12, brunch in Wilmington. Yeah.
That's right. Well, we do have other shows on the network that we've got coming up, and very shortly we have done some advertising. We're going to do some more advertising. We've got some new ad buys that are being made for the morning show. So as we flesh that out and we make some money, we're going to be expanding our network. And, of course, we have our studio upstairs in the Murphy as well as from Charlie's, which is the bar and the snack bar there at the Murphy Theater.
And while we're doing this, anybody, any place you know of that's taking donations or of any kind, whether it's clothes, whether it's money, that's going to help the victims down in
North Carolina
and Tennessee, they are needing them badly. There's a group my son's on that's from Farm to Bottle that are taking things down this weekend. His birthday is the 1st of November, and they're leaving on that day, driving down. They've got a place already picked out that's going to waiting on them to make their delivery, and they've got a caravan of trucks and trailers taking things down to them. These people have lost their house, have lost everything. They have no clothes, no nothing. So they need a lot of things. So if you know of anybody, help them out. And we're ready to start the second half, and here we go. Kick is up. Scribbled kick going down, picked up around the 25-yard line, coming around the left side, and being tackled about the 37-yard line, I think.
Just another comment about the morning show. Charlie Hargrave, one of our hosts there at the morning show, we were doing a drive for money right here at the James in Columbus for sarcoma cancer.
Can you say that again real fast?
And Charlie, we raised $1,000 so far, which turns his hair lavender, which is all colors for cancer. So his hair is going to be lavender here this next week. We are going to try to do it live on the show.
All right, they were set. They got 2 to the top, 1 in the slot, 1 in the back, 1 in the bottom. Handoff quickly going up the middle. Number 22 for them.
Nice run.
Gets about 7 yards on that run. And that is, I'm going to see if it's right. Tim Davis. Maybe it's my cousin.
Here's a first from Kamala Harris, 89. Is my nephew. Let's go, Ian. Me and Joe are watching from the White House. You know, we get a lot of important people watching Campus Nation. It says, did OSU's first-string quarterback go out in the first drive with an injury? We have not seen anything like that,
no,
Kathleen.
Not heard anything, not seen anything. We're just assuming they're getting the freshmen some playing time. They got a first down on that run up the middle. They needed 3, they got 4. So they're going to get the ball. Looks like they're marking it at their own 48-yard line.
Charles Brown, go Beast from the East, Benison Dad.
Another Benison.
I want to thank all those viewers out there watching this broadcast on Campus Nation.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. 1 with the quarterback in the backfield.
Buckeyes creeping up.
Throwing deep down the right sideline. And great defense, and guess who? Number 14, J.P. Naylor. I thought he was going to intercept it, but he had, and the ball went over his head and out of bounds. He was right on the sideline. So, great defense by J.P. Naylor. He was all set to intercept that ball. If that was underthrown any, he had that ball. So we got one in the backfield. Looks like number 22 back there with him, which is Tim Davis. Got one to the bottom, two to the top. Jackson, hands off, getting hit.
Oh, doesn't go anywhere.
He lost a yard. I mean, they were almost grabbing the ball before he handed it off.
So Deshaun McKinley with a shout out. Let's go Keegan Lynch, number 87.
All right. Calling the play. Looks like they got a little system down there holding up a sign with blue and red things on there.
Remember the Buckeyes used to have those
bats, the red bat, green bat, blue bat.
Yeah.
But I think teams picked up on that, so they quit doing that. All right, going back, a little blitz. Got rid of it to the running back coming out of the backfield. He's gained about 3 yards, maybe. See, 1, 2, 3, about 3 yards from the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 4th down and long. Going to be 4th and 7, so they're ready to punt. Got the ball to the 49-yard line. Original line of scrimmage was the 48. So they gained of the other side of the 50. They're back to kick. Ohio State has one deep back there. Oh, another high snap. Very high but short punt. Screaming, and again, it hits and bounces our way, and they had to reach in and grab it real quick. So the ball got to about the 33-yard line, maybe 34. See where they lay it down on, what yard marker they lay it on. The 34. They're putting it on the 34. So that ball only went about 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So Ohio State starting on their own 34-yard line.
Leading currently 10-0 here in the third quarter with 9:22 remaining.
Quick handoff to Theo going up the middle, goes off right guard there a little bit. Gets over all the way to the 40-yard line.
Good pickup for JT there.
Did he tell you that's his nickname? No.
Did he tell me that was his nickname?
Yes, and it's not.
Why would I think that was his nickname?
I don't, because you called him that.
I can call him anything I want to, Joe.
You better watch.
Wait till you hear what I call you.
Yeah. Haley's in motion, stops again, giving it to Jonathan going up the middle. He's got a first down. Good 2 hard runs by the senior, Jonathan Thiel. He's having a good year this year. After missing almost one whole year with the leg injury, he's doing a great job this year. Past president of the club, and just a great guy. All right, they're back. He's still in. 2 to the bottom. Again, feeding, pulling it out. Quarterback's going to come around this way. There's an opening, but they're filling field quickly, and they're taking him out about the 49-yard line.
Quickly sniffed out by the Battling Bishops.
It's going to be about a 2-yard gain from the original line of scrimmage. It was about the 47. We're at the 49. I mean, when he first started this way, look, big opening over here, but they sniffed it out really, really fast. It goes back, throwing to the right. Oh, just led the receiver just a little too much. Chris Atkins, quarterbacking for Ohio State, number 16. He's a freshman from Eaton, Ohio. Hey, I know where Eaton, Ohio is.
Yep, it's north of Dayton.
May have a volleyball match there next year.
We don't care, Joe.
All right, got Haley and another up to the top. Got one to the bottom. I think that is, and we got one in the backfield. That's Thiel. Throwing to the right. Low throw. And they're saying, no, hit the ground, and he scooped it up. Hit right in front of him. So that's going to be fourth down and about 8, so they're going to punt the ball. They're not over the 50 yet. It's on the 49-yard line. So Ohio State will punt. Is that the second time they punt today? Can't remember if they punted once or twice today.
Well, I think they've punted twice.
All right. Yeah, Mustard, he was in earlier. He's back to punt. Nice snap. Good kick going up. Oh,
that's going to be a penalty.
That's a penalty. The ball was coming down, didn't get to the receiver yet, and he was being tackled.
And the fans throw a hanky in the stands.
Yeah, we got the yellow flag already. If they need one, they got an extra one up here. And that was a nice play. He was going to – the ball hit about – he was at the 25. The ball hit about the 28-yard line on the ground. And I don't think he put up a fair catch. So if he caught the ball,
he got hit before
but
he
he
even
got
had a
hit
chance
before
to
the
raise
ball.
his
Yeah,
arm.
but he got caught before the ball was there. So he might have been wanting to catch it and run, but you got to let him catch it before you can hit him and take off running and tackle him. So, all right. So they're getting the ball now at the 35. So the ball's at the 35-yard line. First down. Got to get to the 45. They got one in the backfield, 2 to the top. Jackson quarterback. Showing blitz for Ohio State. Coming up the middle and getting hit. He got about 2 yards on that run. Got from
a lot of bodies everywhere there.
I see a lot of white shirts out there for Ohio State, so I'm thinking there may be some guys that's getting some playing time it didn't. I don't know. JP, his is bright. He just got a good job at cleaning his uniform, I think.
You think?
I think. Really,
we'll have to ask
white.
him what kind of laundry detergent
he
uses.
Ask him if he'll do mine. That's white. 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top, 1 in the backfield. Handing off up the middle, and he's hit immediately. He goes nowhere. He got back to the line of scrimmage and hit the wall. Ohio State defense is
been great tonight.
I tell you what, they're showing. They've kept everybody to a 0 except for that first game, and I think what they're showing is they're for real. They're not. It's not an accident. When you can come in off the club teams and play this team and still do that, then that's showing your team has got really good defense out there.
Gold Daniel, number 55, OSU.
Okay, 1 in the backfield, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Look for a pass. He's going back. Throwing is tipped. It's almost intercepted. Oh, man. I thought he had an interception. Christian Allen had the ball. It was tipped ahead. It came into him, and he jumped up and thought he had it, and I think he was catching it and running before he pulled it in, and it dropped to the ground. But good defense for Ohio State. They were all around that ball. So they're back to punt. We got one man way back. I don't know if that's Jonathan Thiel back there. Quick kick, and it's going to hit about the 35. It's going to roll past the 30. No, it wasn't Jonathan. That was number 10 back there for Ohio State. I don't know if that's Gianni Carone. Johnny Carone is one of the 10s I've had on here. I think it's still on the list. So Ohio State will get the ball around the 25-yard line. Looks like what they're putting it there. Yeah, Johnny Carone is who they've still got marked on the new sheet you had as number 10. They got 2 to the bottom. One of them's Jalen Haley. You got 1 at the top. Haley's going in motion around everybody. Hands off. Hands off to the running back coming out of the backfield.
Gets nothing.
And got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe, nope, lost a yard, I think. Lost a yard. Haven't seen the number. That's number 22 in the backfield, Luke Finstemaker. And he got he got within a yard of the line of scrimmage and got clobbered. So they saw that coming. They're looking for that run up the middle like that for Ohio State. So they got to get a little more inventive here and don't let them know what's coming. Okay, fence maker into motion, coming to the left, throws to the right, nice catch. Oh, and brought down.
Didn't really get much.
No, he got tackled from behind. That looked like that went to JP.
Jordan Griffith Simon. Buckeyes defense playing lights out. Go Bucks.
JP Naylor had that ball and actually made about 5 yards because, we were behind the line of scrimmage and the original, and now we're about 3 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. So made a few yards on that, but unfortunately they were hoping that was going to come for a bigger play. Nice throw up the middle, caught it, and it's got a first down.
One of those quick hitters.
Quick hit, and that's a JP Naylor. JP's playing offense and defense very well today.
Can you call him JP, Joe?
It says JP. I'm not making that up like you did on Jonathan Thiel. It doesn't say JT Thiel. All right, we got the ball on the 40-yard line. First down. 50-yard line will be the first down. Haley in motion. Stops, comes back this way. Gives the defense going up the middle.
Didn't get anything.
Nope. Gave it to Luke Finstermaker, and he went around the right side. They weren't faked out. Looked like they were trying to go this way. Then we tried to make them think we're going the other way. I think we gained about a yard on that play. So we got from the 40 to the 41.
.322 remaining in the third quarter play. In fact, I better change the line there.
Nice throw. Oh, up the middle. Had a throw. Short-armed the receiver. When you're going up the middle, a lot of guys, instead of putting their arms wide open, out to catch the pass, they do that with their elbows closer to their body because they're ready to get hit. And he just didn't extend the arms enough, and ball got hit as the ball went off his hands. So if you're going to get hit, I'd rather catch the pass and go down with a completed pass. So now we've got a long 3rd and 9. Here comes the quarterback in after going over the sidelines for the play. Getting a low snap. Here they come blitzing. He's going to break through. He's going to run, and he's going to dive right at the 50-yard line, and they got him. He's got the first down right on the marker. First down. Great run by the freshman, Chris Atkins from Eaton, Ohio. All right, we got 2 to the bottom, 1 at the top. Haley down here. We got 1 in the backfield with Atkins. Got the running back coming through. No, he faked it out, kept the ball. He's going to go around the right side. He's going to be slammed out of bounds for
5-yard loss. For
about a 3-4 loss. 5 yard would be all the way back to the 45.
Looks like we got timeout on the field. So it looked like he was actually indicating
Ohio State are clapping. Are they calling a penalty for slamming him out of bounds?
No, I don't think that was it. He made it looked like he was saying something about a face mask.
Okay, may have grabbed his face mask. I thought because it looked like they pushed him out of bounds and then slammed him to the ground there.
Well, the zebra was walking away from me, but he was indicating what appeared to be face mask.
So Ohio State gets first down up to the 40-yard line. I heard cheering, and I knew it wasn't on this side of the field, so I figured it had to be on the other side.
Well, that's a good idea, Joe. It probably wasn't coming from the sidelines, on the stands, over on the side.
And a handoff going up the middle. Got a couple yards on that play. Atkins handed off to 22 Finstermaker. He's a running back and kick returner. I tell you what, I'm going to look on it if it says how big Atkins is. Oh, he's only 6'1". He looks so much taller than the running back beside him. That's because Finstermaker is only 5'6".
That would make you look tall.
Yeah, it would. Oh, wow. He squeezed through there big and got about 5 yards on that run there.
Big gain.
Nice gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 now from the 35. We got a timeout on the field.
Buckeyes call timeout, it looks like.
You sure it was Buckeyes? They're the ones going back. I would say if there's a timeout, they may have wanted to. I don't know. The referee's just going to raise the roof, so that's.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was doing OHIO, but I thought that would be inappropriate since.
I think he was. I thought it was raise the roof. You know. Bum, 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 bum. We got 1:23 left in the 3rd quarter here. High State has an opportunity to run this clock out in the 3rd quarter here. They can get a 1st down on this play. Got Finstermaker still in the backfield. We got one coming down to the bottom. We got Haley coming down to the bottom. We got one at the top. And we still have the freshman quarterback Atkins in the game. Throwing quickly, caught for a 1st down.
Boy,
Good catch.
That was a bullet.
Again to J.P. Naylor.
And he was draped on the defense, number 34. I think he was all over him.
J.P. was on the outside, just cut toward the middle, and that went into a bullet right to him for a 12-yard gain. So we're inside the 30, about to the 29-yard line. Under a minute left in this quarter. This may be the last play of this quarter, depending. Haley in motion coming this way. Hands off going the other way to Finstermaker. He's going to get at least 4 yards, if not 5, on this play, it looks like. And the clock is still running. We're down at 38-37. Maybe he has time for one more play here.
Don't think so. Buckeyes don't look motivated to play another down.
I don't know. It's still 25. I think they're going to get one play off here before the end of the quarter.
To the end zone?
Maybe. Second and 5, 2nd and 6. Handoff going up the middle. Almost broke another tackle, broke one, and got inside the 15. So we got a 1st down as 4 seconds are on the clock, but they're going to, as soon as the ball's set down and the yard markers are set, they'll start that, and it'll run out the rest of the quarter.
But the Buckeyes will have it at the other end of the field.
So we're going to start the 4th quarter with a 10-0 lead going into the 4th and a chance to make that either 17 or 13-0 here real quick. Anybody else want to call in and say, hey, love Joe's voice, Rick?
I told you, anyone
feel
that
free
posts
to tell
that, I'm going to block them. It will be banned.
Say, hey, Joe's got a great radio voice. I've also got about 250 songs on my phone that I karaoke with, and you'll love them. Might put them on a CD one day. I told my family that
the best hits of Joe Davis.
Told my family at the funeral there will be no organ music played at my funeral. They're going to play
they're
all
gonna have
my songs.
No, they're going to have a monkey with one of those little music boxes. The Joe Davis music box.
What I always sang to my grandkids when I was rocking them to sleep. Some people call me a teenage idol. Some people say they envy me. As a Rick Nelson song. Rick was a hero of mine.
Yeah, that's who I was named after, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
He was a heartthrob of women my mother's age at the time.
Except his name was Eric.
Well, they wouldn't have named me Eric.
Haley in motion, going to the left. Give defense maker going up the middle. He's pushing a whole bunch. He had to take about 8 of the players out there to pull him down.
My grandfather's name was Richard, so they had to make it look close that they were naming me after my grandfather instead of Ricky Nelson.
Eric Hilliard Nelson. That's his mom's maiden name.
Come on, OWU, number 34, the Beast, number 34 in my heart. Isn't that sweet, Joe?
Oh, sweet.
No one says that about you.
They're showing blitz. He's going around the left side. Blitz was coming up the middle. He's getting hit. He's going down right at the yard marker again. So it's going to be around the 5-yard line. And we may be a foot short of the first down. It's going to be third and about a foot.
11 minutes remaining in this contest.
The ball's right on the 5-yard line, and the yard marker looks like it's just over the 5-yard line. Going up the middle, hits hard. He's going to get to the 4. That's going to be a first down. Going to be goal to go from there. So 2 things happening on this drive. We're still in control. We're running the clock.
SR7 says, dang, 250 songs.
That may be short. That may be a low number.
Well, what SR7 doesn't understand or know, I own an oldies radio station in Jeffersonville, Ohio, and we have thousands of oldies, not 250,
well,
Joe.
If you want, I'll sing on your radio
no,
station.
you will
too.
not.
All right. We got Finstermaker still in the backfield. Handing off, going, no, it's good. Yes, coming around the right side was a fake. It looks like almost tried
they
to.
kept him out of the end zone.
And that is 26, I think, not Finstermaker. That was Ethan Young coming in the game. I just could, from up here, I could see a 2, so I knew it was a 2. You can only see part of the number. So, got Young in the backfield with the Atkins as the quarterback. Got J.P. Naylor here at the bottom. Another one straight out to the left. And Young's going to go into the end zone, still standing up. Touchdown, Ohio State. It's going to be 16-0 with the field goal, or the extra point coming in by David Rive from Puerto Rico.
Oh, you have so much fun saying that, Joe.
I
the
do.
way it rolls off your lips.
I like to roll my tongue.
You should be rolling Cuban cigars or something with that tongue of yours.
I do that for Mrs. Madre Rive. Tell Ricky I like that. From Puerto Rico. All right, David back to kick. There's the snap. Ball down, ball's up. Looks good, is good. 17-0. Ohio State leads with 9 minutes and 3 seconds to go in this game.
A dejected OWU fan walking past our window here. Just a programming note, Coach Grega will be up in the booth with us after the game to give us his pearls of wisdom. I don't think there's going to be a dramatic turnaround here between now and the end of the game, but
Rick likes to jinx people, so I'm knocking on wood up here.
Well, there's no overtime, Joe.
All right, they're going up. My phone's ringing.
Is it from Puerto Rico?
I'm doing football. I'm doing Ohio State club football, so I'll talk to you later, okay?
SR7, slight flex. Oh, he likes my larger playlist, Joe.
My great-grandson was calling me to face talk with me.
We don't care, Joe.
He'll be 10 years old in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you do a shout-out in 10 weeks.
All right. We're back to kickoff. There it goes. High kick coming down about the 10-yard line. Being picked up, carried around the right side. He has a hole.
Got a crease.
He got a crease.
He's making a move.
Somebody just jinxed Ohio State a second ago. I won't say his name, Rick. Saying, oh, we got this one in the bag, and there's a kickoff running back. No flags on the field. I will tell Greg about this one.
17-6.
He does listen to the broadcast.
You're not doing the interview, Joe. Coach Greg is going to be interviewed by me when he comes up.
Coach listens to this broadcast.
I don't want you telling him about your favorite Ricky Nelson or any of those other wild things that you get wild hairs up instead of doing a real interview. Well, that eliminates the shutout. Now, we know that Coach Greg is
Coach Greg will be happy that you jinxed his shutout. He'll be thrilled, I'll tell him. And the ball's up, and it's good. Wait for the umpire or referees to put their hands up.
17-7 with 8:50 remaining in this ball game.
A lot of time left. I think Ohio State, who does a lot of squib kicking, will go back to squib kicking the next time they
Probably
score.
A good idea.
Okay, now they're going to be kicking to us. If they kick a long kick back to our guys, you got Jalen Haley as the deep man. I think earlier, Jonathan Thiel is over there. Let's say, I can't see who's over on this side. I think it's Luke Finstermaker over on this side. So we got Luke, we got Jonathan, and we got Jalen all back there for the ball. They're getting ready to kick off. Number 10 for them, Schroeder. Ball's up. Short kick picked up by Thiel.
Out at the 40.
And, he goes out and there's flags all over, so I'm sure there's a face mask as he was taken down.
Well, it's easier to do that.
So we're
just grab the face mask.
Yeah. Jonathan caught the ball in the air about the 32, 33-yard line, got out to about the 40, and then saw his head duck down, and, face mask being called.
Number 21, Christian Allen. He's a vet, amazing person and player, should be an NCFA All-American.
Good job.
Well, the Buckeyes certainly have their share. And, of course, for the second time in the 2 years, we will be doing the semifinals live from the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home of the Toledo Rockets. And we'll be doing that at the end of the season, actually at the end of November. So stay tuned. We'll see who those final 4 teams are going to be in the semifinals.
And we're out there. Hand off to Theo going over the left side. Got bumped back. He's going to lose a yard. Thought he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like the Fighting Bishops, after that score, have a little more fight in them.
Well, again, Ohio State starts off with those runs, and they're putting everybody up on the line. So if you can actually get guys going one way and go the other or something to open that up a little bit, because they've got everybody within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage right now. Look! He got hit from the back. The ball's loose, and I think they may have it.
They do. They recovered it.
That's still loose, wobbling around. Yep, they're pointing their way. Somebody said, well, this game's ours in their back pocket, and since then everything's went haywire.
Yeah, Davis, you weren't on top of it.
Yeah, right. He was getting blitzed from the backside. He knew nobody was coming, got hit, and the ball
Didn't
went
hear
flying.
anyone.
And so Ohio State's back out on defense real quick.
So from the 50-yard line with 8:09 remaining, let's see what the Fighting Bishops can do.
Ohio State still has a 10-point lead. Ball's on the 50-yard line. One man in the backfield. Atkins quarterback. Looks
Blitz.
He's being blitzed. He's being chased. He's getting run down. He's getting tackled. He didn't get rid of it. He had time to get rid of the ball. I don't know why he didn't. He almost looked like he got ease instead of when he realized, okay, he just sort of like was ready to go down instead of throwing the ball away.
So that's a loss of 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 16.
2nd and 6. Good math. Your Beaver Creek math finally paid off after all these
Well, it's
weeks.
better than that East Clinton math of yours.
Mine's perfect. All right, we got 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. We got 1 man in the backfield with Atkins. Oh, no, excuse me. Atkins is ours. That's Jackson. Almost intercepted.
Very
Great
close, very
move.
close.
I'm trying to see the number on him. 20-something there.
And I'm going to do a shout out to my Battling Beavers. They just finished, they completed in soccer the Division I round.
I think that was Kesterson. Troy
D1
Kesterson.
Division District Champions.
Who cares? We got a football game going on.
So
here.
how many D1 championships has East Clinton?
I'm watching Ohio State club football play football right now. I'm not jinxing them any either.
Davis has nothing to brag about. That's what he's saying.
Okay, he's being brushed. Quarterback was hit.
Oh, he caught
He
it.
caught the pass down around the 25. He got tackled about the 21-yard line.
Fantastic catch. Davis took his eyes off the ball, and it was laid right in there. Davis,
And,
why did you allow him to do that?
I'm not the one that jinxed him. Oh, a lot of movement on the line. No flag. It was a flag down, but no penalty. There was a lot of movement
Well,
up
Joe,
front. They're calling it against Ohio State.
Yeah, if there's a flag down, there's a penalty.
Well, at first there was
for
no
your
flag.
edification.
At first there was no flag. Everybody jumped. Their team, our team, everybody just stopped. Nothing happened. And then all of a sudden they realized, hey, no whistle, so they started running again.
So it must have been encroachment by the Buckeyes.
Right. Ohio State was claiming somebody moved, and I would say the way they stopped, I think they thought they moved because they just froze and stopped. If it's off the defense, you keep playing. If it's off the offense, you stop. So we got 1st down and 5 from around the 15-yard line. And back to the quarterback, throwing deep to the left side. A little push off by the offense, but no flag. I mean, he's like, get away from me. You're bothering me, kid.
Got to catch this ball.
JP saying that, said something to the official when he went by, and then gave him a high five. It's like, yeah, get away from me, kid. You bother me. I've heard you say that a lot.
You're no kid, Joe.
Not to me. To any kid that walks by you. You always push him away and get away from me, kid. You bother me. Okay. Snap to the backfield. Being blitzed. He's being rushed. Going around the right side. He finally throws toward the end zone.
It's caught.
And he caught it.
Phenomenal catch. We've
Wow.
had 2 in a row.
Oh,
There's
now
a
we have a
flag on the
flag.
field.
Flag came in afterwards. I think it was I think he just said there was somebody downfield that's going to be illegal. Yeah, legal player downfield because the play was drawn out. And
So it was going to be either that or a hold, one of the two.
Now he threw it late, really late, and I think what he did was after the play was made, he realized, okay, this guy's way past where he's supposed to be, and we're going to throw a flag. So all that come back. Why is it always the great plays that have to come back? I tell you.
Well,
because he was
Fighting
getting
Bishops,
hit as he caught the
they've
pass,
had
and
2
still,
incredible
I think
catches.
it bounced away, and he still caught it.
So
all right.
Sending in signs from the bench.
So we're back to 2nd and 10 again because they had a 5-yard penalty up. Now we got a 5-yard penalty back, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Showing blitz. Snap. There he takes the ball, going back, looking, throwing to the right. It's caught. Wow, Ohio State tried to get in front and get the ball, couldn't, and the receiver caught the pass at the yard mark.
Right, could be a 1st down.
It's going to be really close. Let's see if he gets it or if it's going to be a
No, it's short.
Nope,
No, they're giving
marking
it. They're
went
giving
the
it.
other way. Went a yard the other way. So
All right,
it's
so
gonna be,
they've got a
it's gonna
1st
be
and
goal
goal.
to go. First goal to go on the 10-yard line. Was on the 20, had to get to the 10, and got to the 10.
Well, let's see if OWU can take advantage of this and push it in.
One in the backfield. They got Lohman is the quarterback by them, by the way. I think number 14 they changed quarterbacks. Jake Lohman is their freshman quarterback in the game. He's 6'4". Snap back, looking, being blitzed, being tackled for a loss all the way back past the 20-yard line.
He sort of stumbled coming back,
Yeah.
Tripped over the yard marker, the
and I think
15-yard line.
I think as he came back like 3 steps, and then all of a sudden realized he was getting rushed. And all of a sudden he had to take more, and when he went to take that initial step off that's when he sort of tripped up a little bit.
Buckeye coaches are
2nd and goal. Throwing deep to the end zone. Ohio State's there. The man's there. Nothing. No flag. Ball just went over everybody's head.
nice pass, though.
It was a good pass. The only person who was going to catch that pass would have been their man. So
That's right. Yeah,
If you're
great
gonna
pass.
do not throw that short because there was 2 to 3 Ohio State players in that area. Throw it short, it's going to be intercepted. So now it's 3rd and goal.
Deshaun McKinley, let's go OSU.
Again, we got Lohman in the backfield as the quarterback. They changed quarterback. That's one of the things that's been happening here, I think, a little bit of a change. We got 2 to the bottom.
Trying to get a signal from the bench. We got a timeout by OWU. They got to get their stuff together. 5:17 remaining in this game right now. The Buckeyes ahead by 10, 17-7.
We got Jamichael Bennison as their running back when they come back out.
Is that the Beast?
That's the Beast.
Okay.
The Beast from the Northeast.
Well, we thought that they used to call you the Beast, but it wasn't true. They called you the Beat.
I'm beat.
A purple beat.
I keep the beat with my songs. Here comes Ohio State back out on the field. Here comes Bishop's back out on the field. 5:17 on the clock. 17-7. Lohman in the backfield with Bennison. Man in motion coming this way. Going to look through him. Nope. Fake. Throws toward the end zone. Caught. Going to be on the 3-yard line.
Another nice pass. Good connect.
Ohio State was there, went low. As the guy was catching the ball, he took his legs out. He flipped over but maintained the catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
So this is where the Buckeyes shine. Let's see if they can put some D here.
Low snap, takes it. Being blitzed, being chased, throws out to the right side. Ohio State goes over it. The ball goes through.
Oh, there's a
calling
penalty.
a penalty. If they call pass interference, it's going to give them a 1st down from the 1-yard line. Because the ball's on the 2, half the distance, we could put them on the 1 with 1st down.
Oh, that's good Sabina East Clinton math again, Joe. You're phenomenal.
See? Tell you. I don't go to Sabina. I went to New Vienna.
That's worse. That's worse.
It's worse. I didn't say it wasn't worse. I never said that. Sabina doesn't claim me.
Aren't you the guy that played like junior varsity basketball for East Clinton all that time that you were there, 4 years?
Yeah.
Mr. Boney Knees himself.
Mr. 5th on the all-time at that time.
How many people go to East
I'm
Clinton?
about 2,000th on the list now.
You're about 2,000. Oh, gosh.
Usually they graduate about 93, 94.
Big school. Big
Yes,
school.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. Huge.
All right, we got one in the backfield. We got 1st down. Going to hand off. Quarterback's going to keep it.
He's got it.
And he's in for a touchdown. We're with it. They're going to, if they get the kick, they're going to be within 3 points with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Mr. Jinks.
17-13. Joe, you know I like a good ball game.
Tell that to Coach Grego when he comes.
I'll tell him. You jinxed him.
Yeah, I know you'll tell him I jinxed him.
All right, this
all the mothers
extra
and
point
fathers
is
out there
crucial.
know the truth. Got the number 10 ready to kick. It's up.
It's good.
And it's good.
17-14. Buckeyes with a 3-point lead.
That kick was by Mr. Schroeder. Quinn Schroeder. Okay, we got 17-14. We got a 3-point ball game with 4 minutes and 30 seconds. They're getting ready to kick off to Ohio State. Ohio State, if nothing else, needs to run the clock out.
Joe, did I give you
score would be fantastic.
Did I give you the over/under for the game?
No.
That's why we wanted to get a little tighter. I had to win my bet.
You had your bet down for
DraftKings.
under 5 points, and you said, "Oh, I got to do something here. I'm going to jinx them."
How did your NFL team do this past weekend?
I don't have an NFL team. I don't.
You've done away with the Bengals?
The NFL is they already know who's winning every game and they're in with the DraftKings. All those betting companies.
No, they're in with the SEC.
They know who's they put what the scores need to be, what under, over, and to make sure it happens that way.
I told you that once they started allowing betting that we would see.
If you watch the games and see how many for every team it happens, you'll know it's all fake.
Tried it onside.
Oh, nice catch.
Good hands, people.
Number 89 for Ohio State went down and grabbed that ball that is in Gesk.
So we know for the most part the Buckeyes will stay on the ground this last 4.5 minutes unless they just absolutely have to throw.
In Getcha went down and got that ball.
He said gotcha.
Getcha. You beat me to it. Getcha, gotcha ball.
Well, Joe, that's the difference between my age and your age as far as brilliant mind.
I still have mine. Yours is coming and going. All right, we got one in the backfield. Hands off going up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards on that play, maybe 2. They're going to go back. They had him at the 44, and they're going to go back to the 45. So Ohio State gets 2 yards on it. They need more than 2 or 3 running plays and then have to punt. They need to get some first downs here and run this clock down and score. .357 and running. You got 2 in the backfield over here, or 2 and down here at the bottom, 1 in the backfield, 1 at the top. Man in motion, Haley going around, stops. Low snap. Quarterback picked it up and ran. That was a broken play. The ball just got rolled back to the quarterback. We've had a couple bad snaps today. One he fumbled earlier, and then that one right there, and they only got back up to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 from the 45. Got to get down to the 37. So we got 3 to the bottom now. 1 to the top empty backfield. 2 to the top empty backfield. Looking, throwing. Oh, he's got his arm hit. That ball's intercepted. Oh, we got a penalty down. Let's see what happens if his.
It's coming back.
Flag came in from the back ref. Not the back ref, but the down the field. Oh, he's picking it up, putting it in his pocket, but maybe because he's already made the call telling them what it is.
So are the Zebras conferring?
I don't know. He's telling the coach, maybe is it against Ohio State so they could
choose.
If it's against Ohio State, they're going to decline it. It's going to be their ball. It wasn't an incomplete pass. It was the play. It must have been offensive pass interference to get, and the other team jumped in front, caught the pass. So they have the ball with 2 minutes and 59 seconds, thanks to Rick's jinxing of Ohio State today, people. make sure everybody that's listening for Ohio State, make sure that everybody from Ohio State knows that. It was Rick. Oh, it's 4th down. We're going to punt. It was not intercepted. Whew. Luckily. Almost blocked.
It was close. It was almost blocked.
Oh, nice punt. Going to be touchdown at the 5-yard line. So if nothing else out of that happened good, it was the fact that that was a good punt. Got a nice roll, touchdown at the 5-yard line.
And it shut Joe Davis up.
They have the ball. They have to go the 95 yards to score or closer to get a field goal. Ohio State's defense, which has been fantastic until Rick jinxed them, I shall unjinx you right here and say come out and play and win this game.
You think they listen to you, Joe Davis? They don't even let you use the bathrooms there at Ohio State.
I tell you what, I'm not jinxing.
They've definitely shown life here in the 4th quarter.
Well, they changed quarterbacks. I don't know if that's the only thing that happened other than your jinxing that made any difference in this game, but there has been some difference. See if Ohio State's defense can. Oh, they almost got him in the backfield, but he got the ball loose, and there was a player near where the ball went down, so it's not throwing the ball away. But they were close.
You mean intentional grounding, Joe?
Intentional grounding, yes.
I'll teach you the finer
what that
things.
means. I know what that means. They know what it meant.
The finer things.
All right, we got 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top, 1 in the backfield. Showing blitz again, coming up to backed off, made him think, here comes a man being rushed. He's being grabbed. He threw the ball, almost picked off. Almost a safety. And he almost threw it to Tyler Beckman. If that ball was any more in the air, Beckman would have caught that pass. It was almost right at his feet. Quarterback is running for his life on the last 2 plays. Both times he's being grabbed as he threw it, so he's almost got a safety.
We got a 3rd and 10.
Got a 3rd and 10. If they don't get a first down on this, they've got to punt. You can't go forward here. Ball's being thrown. It's intercepted by Ohio State. And he's going out of bounds. Great play. Interception by Ohio State by Johnny Carone. Great play. He was playing center field. The ball just came. Oh, we got a flag down. But Ohio State's still going off the field, so I got a feeling it's going to be holding.
He did that. He executed that exactly the way I taught him, Joe.
Is that it? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, I took the jinx off. You had the jinx on.
Oh,
I took the
jinx
jinx off.
Yeah.
And they came back.
Well, I'll make sure I tell the coach that you took the jinx off.
Somebody's getting nervous because they're squeezing something over to my right. I thought you were just getting nervous all of a sudden.
No, she's been squishing the squishy. What is that? It's a Nito. Okay. Huh? If you say so.
All right. Ohio State has the ball. 2:27 left in the game.
Buckeyes will keep this on the ground, Joe. You think so?
I predict they probably will. They may. Just as soon as we said that last week in a game, Miami traced somebody, they threw the ball. So it's a pitch to Haley going around the left side. He's going to cut it up and going to get about 4 yards on the run.
That was actually a forward lateral there.
It was a forward pass.
Yeah, I pitched it forward.
If you go forward, it's a pass. So you said they were going to run. They actually passed the ball. You were wrong again. I've got witnesses up here.
All right, Joe, what's their next play?
A huddle.
They're not going to huddle.
They're huddling right now.
No.
It's a timeout. Yeah, they're OWE is going to use all their timeouts now every play to stop the clock, so they can try. They're going to try to get the ball back.
Now, do we still have the 2-minute warning?
I don't know. This is club, so I don't know if
well,
we're not playing club games, so I don't know.
No, I think this is probably going Division III rules.
Are you guys running the clock? Do you know if there's a 2-minute warning?
Yeah, there's a 2-minute.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll happen at 2 minutes, Joe.
Thank you. I thought it was at 3 minutes. Okay, run going up the middle, got hit, come down. It's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. It's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, swarming defense by the Fighting Bishops.
I look for Ohio State to run the ball 3rd and 4th down here. They could kick to get 6 points ahead rather than a 3, but I don't look for that. I look for them to go for.
Yeah.
I think they'll go for 4th down for 2 reasons. One, to run more time, and to hopefully get a first down. And if they get a first down, game's over. They can run the clock out because they're using all their timeouts now. .2:14 left to go in this game, and that I'm not sure if that's their last time out there or if they have one left. Do you know if they've got another timeout left? They didn't answer me.
You got Kathleen Garber saying, "What the, Rick?"
Rick, it's Rick's fault, Kathleen. Rick's fault.
Shout out to number 33. Let me get this score bug out of the way. Shout out to number 33, Reagan Little.
That's going to be close to a first down. Yes, they're giving him the first down.
So that'll just about wrap it up.
That just about wraps it up. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And guess who got that first down? Jonathan Thiel, the senior. And there's the last timeout being called by OWE.
OWE?
OW, whoever they are. OWU.
They're a university.
You owe me.
What is
OWE. That's what you owe me. Yeah, Kathleen knows you jinxed the team.
What? I got you. Oh, not 159?
I tell you what, Jonathan Thiel, he wasn't going to be denied getting that first down.
Oh, gosh. I just saw this. I never posted it, but I probably did that not knowing. Kathleen Garber earlier in the stream said, "I do love Joe doing the games."
Thank you.
LOL.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Gosh. Oh.
Much appreciated. And Ohio State is taking a knee.
Well, Joe, since you've been so obnoxious,
Ooh,
I'm going to make you drive. I'm going to make you drive home.
I think since it's my car, I think I will. You can sleep, please. It's a nice. Better drive when you sleep.
I would never sleep while you're driving.
You did the other day.
No, I've never slept while you drive.
When we came home from Chillicothe.
Never.
I thought you died.
No.
I looked over, your head was down, and I thought,
no.
my God, he just died.
I was just upset that Miami Trace lost by, what was it, 3?
Yeah, I think they came back. Again, you jinxed them that game.
Well, this is the victory, Neil.
Getting down to 1:20 and still counting.
Taking as much time off the clock as they can.
Yeah. The quarterback last time, instead of taking an immediate knee, dropped back about 4 yards and then took the knee, and a player came around to hit him, and he's giving himself up.
Well, obviously there's little that Wesleyan can do to change this unless there was some fumble and they picked it up, scooped, and scored. But,
right.
Right now the clock is.
And I think that's why he backed up last time. He used another, tried to use 3 or 4 or 5 seconds so that they didn't have to snap the ball again. I think they have to snap it one more time now, and then they don't have to snap again. It's 3rd down. Takes the quick knee. It's 4th down. It's only 30 seconds to go. That'll end it. The clock will run. Ohio State, due to Rick's jinxing, will still win the game 17-14. Way to go, Ohio State. Great game by OWU, Ohio Wesleyan University.
Yeah, they great
made
game
this a great game
junior
and
varsity.
very interesting. They ruined Ohio State's scoreless streak, But Ohio State would rather have the win than the scoreless streak, I think.
Obviously. And we'll wait to see whether the coach is going to come up and talk to us.
You mothers, make sure you call him this week and let him know that Rick jinxed and almost cost him the game. As they come across the field, clapping hands. Let's see, 17-14 final score. We don't have things up here where I can say how many passes each person got, how many yards
It's called
everybody
statistics.
got.
We do not have statistics
I don't
up
have any statistics. No, they don't. Some games we've been to, they came down and handed us statistics, and at the end of the game or at halftime,
It just depends on the school.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nice when you get those. There's no dead air time.
The only dead air time, Joe, would be when you blab.
Yeah. I thought Chris Atkins, freshman quarterback, coming in.
Did an outstanding job.
Did an outstanding. He's got an arm, doesn't he? Throws a nice ball. Wow.
Yes, Patrick C. Great win. And SR7 says, Joe seems like a scary driver. Well, believe me, he is.
No, I'm not.
He is.
You have never rode with Rick.
Joe, he sometimes
He
forgets.
hit the gate. Last week when we pulled out of where we were, he hit the gate. Crashed his car. You know, I don't do that.
No.
When we were together going into Wendy's, he
Joe's
ran over the curb.
Joe is the worst wingman that anybody can have.
Ran over the – I said, Rick, curb, and he hits it.
No, you didn't mention anything about the curb, and this was several years ago when we did some tournament basketball.
I thought you knew there was a curb there, Rick. Come on. You were pulling in. I've never hit a curb pulling in. High State's over on the other side doing Carmen, Ohio. I'm glad you're having fun.
Oh, gee. I need some of my cough syrup. Well, I think that OWU, they're happy with getting out of here and only losing by 3 to the Buckeye team.
And the good part was –
it was a good showing. The fourth quarter.
A lot of these guys for OU or OW, they got a lot of playing time that they haven't got all year.
That's true.
And they showed what they can do, and they were doing very well. Especially the second quarterback here was doing great, and they many of their players played very good football today, and so that was that's one of the good things about this game for them happening today. I'm going to have a piece of my dark chocolate my cardiologist told me I could have.
Looks like Eugene Leibman. Go Jonathan Teal. Great win. Bucks, good fight from OWU. Needed that test. And I agree. It was a test that they needed, and they need it going into this part of the season, which is probably the toughest part of the season.
Which I think is a good thing for them to have these games at the end rather than early in the season. They played their season, now getting ready for the championship game. Playing some tough schools like this, you can find where your strengths and where your weaknesses are really, and then make adjustments for those things.
And just for the network down line, we will be covering the championship game, which will be in a few weeks. But next week we have the Wittenberg Tigers, and they're always a tough opponent. In fact, last year when we played them, they beat us.
Right.
So
now I'm hoping that hopefully this game clinched the home team for the
well,
game.
Didn't they say that was what was going to happen?
Well, they said it.
Give me
was,
a mint.
Give you a mint.
No,
He said chocolate.
No chocolate. Oh my gosh, no.
It's just
you've
Hershey's
touched
chocolate.
it. You've touched it. I don't know where your hands have been. Oh yeah, that's where they've been.
You want to cut off a piece of your own?
Yes, I would. That way I don't have to worry about you touching something.
I got Hershey's dark chocolate, and Rick goes, "Give me a mint."
Well, you had mints earlier. That would probably
They're in my car.
That would have been better in my throat.
trying to fill up some airtime where we're waiting, hopefully, for Greg to come over and talk to us.
Well, if he'll make that move, it'll be the next minute or two.
We can see him coming if
It's
he's
pretty
coming.
good chocolate, Joe.
Thank you. Made it myself.
Hershey's.
Yeah, 8 years ago, I had to have a stent in my left artery. Then the next year, I had balloons back in for an artery.
Mm-hmm.
Then a couple years ago, I had a stroke after my son was killed. And then Rick makes me walk all the way up these gigantic steps, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Well, the elevator wasn't working, Joe.
I know it.
Well, Coach Greg finishing up with the team. We'll see whether he heads this way. If he does, we will hold. If he doesn't,
Don't forget, you can listen to Rick in the mornings on Campus Nation.
no, Joe.
No, it's on. What's it on? It's on something else. It's Wilmington.
No,
Your spatial station.
It's Wake Up Wilmington,
Wake Up Wilmington.
not Campus Nation. This
Okay.
is Campus Nation.
But it's Wake Up Wilmington on
The Wilmington Community Broadcast.
Wilmington Community Body.
Here comes Grego. And he's pointing to us like, come on up. What's he doing?
Tell him to go. He's going like this. Does that mean go?
I don't know.
Or is he? I don't know if he's us or them. We'll find out. If he comes up here, he comes up here. If he doesn't, that means he's telling us to go.
He's heading this direction, Joe.
But I didn't know what this meant.
Do you want to interview him?
Yes. I don't want you interviewing.
If you bring up the
lying.
fact that you
you
jinxed
better
the
believe I'm
team.
going to bring it up.
Yeah, he's making his way up here. So I'll get the camera positioned. We'll see where he wants to sit, because he's going to have to sit on this one.
You want me down there and him here so you can put the camera, or are you going to move the camera, or what?
Well, I don't want you blocking him. So
Right. So
Right.
if I'm over, if he sits there and you turn the camera around, Rick's trying to figure out where he wants you to sit because of the camera.
Yeah.
Well, you can
If I
set,
could stand, that would be ideal. But
just set him, keep him over there. I'll sit over here. And first upon, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
the win tonight.
thank you.
We had fans talking to us during the game, by email.
Sure.
And a couple of them said this was good to run up against something like this just going before we get to the championship game.
Yeah.
You've been having such easy games. It's good to have a hard game maybe before there.
No, it is. It absolutely is. And, I really liked the way our guys responded, man. Your starting quarterback goes out for the game on the first drive of the game.
Well, that's what we were asking. At first we weren't sure if it was just giving him some time, but then
No.
he never came back, so we figured something
No,
happened.
there's an injury there. We don't know how severe yet. I know he went to go get some X-rays
Okay.
post game. So look, anytime you lose your starting quarterback on the first drive of the game, everything changes.
Oh, yes.
Changes your game plan, especially offensively. Changes the way you coach. Changes the way you call plays. But man, the way Chris Adkins
He
came in there and battled, especially not getting, here's the thing. He committed to us in the spring, and then initially didn't join the team, had some off the field concerns, nothing character-wise. He's a fantastic kid. Just wasn't sure if college football was right for him and the timing of it. He's absolutely talented enough to play college football, just didn't know if the timing in his life was right, and wasn't with us the first half of the season. Then about 3 weeks ago, had a change of heart, decided to come back. And he's only been on the team probably 4 weeks.
Wow.
And so, to come in off the bench like that, he was a hell of a high school player as a quarterback and as a safety. And
Eaton, is that where he played?
yeah, Eaton, Ohio. Unbelievable kid. And for him to come in and battle the way he did, despite not getting a ton of reps in practice,
Right.
and a freshman too.
Got an arm. It looks like he
I-
fired that ball in there a few times.
I can't say enough about the way he battled and the way the offense rallied around him.
It is a different game between him and your previous quarterback. They run things differently.
Well, here's the thing. I think Chris is a younger version of Nico. He's not as strong yet. He's a
Right.
freshman. He hasn't had time in our offense like Nico has. And look, Nico's a guy who's played a lot of football. He played at Bowdoin Wallace. He's a transfer from BW. So, Nico's a senior who's played college football before. Chris has played one game. He played last week, and that was his first.
That was his first game.
That was his first game with us. So this was his second college football game. So to come in off the bench the way he did, throw a touchdown pass there in the first half, and that drive at the start of the fourth quarter where we marched it down the field, converted a multiple third and longs. Like I said, I can't say enough about the way he battled, and it wasn't perfect, but you don't expect perfect when you're coming off the bench like that in your second college game and not having had a ton of reps in the offense. So he's going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to develop, and we'll see how Nico is. We hope he's all right, but if we have to go to Chris, then we'll roll with him.
Did this game guarantee a home game for the championship?
I would say nothing's for certain, but I would say it all but guaranteed us.
Now, do you know how close are we to knowing if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday?
If we host, it'll be Sunday.
Okay.
If we host, it'll be Sunday, and if we don't host, then it's up in the air. But with us winning that game, I'd say there's a 95% chance we host.
Yeah. So that's great. Glad to hear that. I think everybody else was glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I was Jonathan Thiel. That last play when he had that, first down guarantees you're going to, and he got the ball. It's almost like he says, "I'm not going to be denied."
And it was our right tackle, Zach Davis, too, and Zach's coming off injury. Yeah. And he said, run it my side. We're going to win or, not win or lose the game, but if you put the ball, you run it behind me, we're going to win the game.
Right.
And so he's a senior, he's a guy who's a third year, he's a captain, he's the president of the team. When he looks in your eyes and tells you, run it behind me, we're going to get it, you trust him. You put your faith in that. And him and like you said, John Thiel put his head down. That's two seniors now.
Right.
That's two seniors. You put the ball in the hands of your seniors in those moments, and they got the job done.
Well, when the first drive, when Jonathan Thiel started off in the running back, and it just like –
Well, John and Ethan Young, the great thing about Ethan Young, number 26 running the ball today, he played here.
Oh, really?
He was an Ohio Wesleyan guy his freshman year and then transferred to Ohio State. So we started Ethan tonight because we knew it was going to be a big day for him. And to see him punch it in the end zone at the end of that long drive,
that was great.
That was awesome for him to get that in this place where he played his freshman year of college football.
Ethan played a very good game.
I thought
today.
all of our running backs played really well.
Yeah,
they all played hard, and I'm really proud of all of them, especially Ethan and John. They both, and then Lucas too had some great runs. But for Ethan to come back here where he played, and then for John, a senior, to get that moment, get the first down to ice the game, man, that's awesome.
But, everything looked good. Your offense looked good. Your defense was shutting them out.
Look, defense was great. Defense was fantastic all night. And, you get that, you go up 17-0, and you think, we get one stop and it's over. And then, they return that kickoff, and then all of a sudden you're right back in it. And then, the one mistake Chris really made tonight was on that fumble. He's supposed to roll out. He stayed in the pocket. We don't block the backside end. And, and so they had all the momentum there when it was, they go down and score. There were some questionable calls there in that fourth quarter. But, the resiliency of our kids,
right.
Unbelievable. I can't, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. You lose your starting quarterback. Guys are banged up. We're up 17-0. You think you can take a deep breath, and then all of a sudden they get 14. But, to stave them off and to get this win, to move to 6-0 going into the regular season finale is excellent.
That's fine. When it got to be 17-0, and I promised Rick I wouldn't say. He said, "Well, when Grega comes up here, because we got this game in hand, and jinxed you," I said, "I won't tell him that you jinxed him." But I took the jinx off right at the end. I said, "I'm taking the jinx off," and then boom, we got the interception and we won the game.
Yeah, great job by our defense. I can't speak. This was a team win. Every side of the ball made a big play in this game for us to win. Frankly, to run that fire drill right before the half to get the field goal on as time expired at the end of the first half, that's something that a team like a D1 program, and that's like a situational thing where they have time, they have time committed to that. I don't think we practiced that one year or one time this year.
Wow. So
to run a fire drill field goal to make sure we not only get it off, but have all 11 guys out there and then execute it and make it. And then defense getting a stop there at the end and pitching a shutout for 3.5 quarters, and then Chris Atkins and the offensive line finishing it, man. This was a full team win. I'm really proud of it.
It was funny because before that, I called the previous play, and Rick goes, "Call this play, Joe." So I called the play, and I said, they're going to throw it to the outside or inside. If it gets the inside, they're going to rush up the line, going to run up, kick, throw a pass, kick, and deaden the ball and then get
Well, that was the thing. We couldn't even deaden the ball because
Was
it
that
was
fourth down?
Well, it was third down when we ran the screen, so it was
Right,
fourth down,
fourth down.
and we had no timeouts, so we had to.
We knew you were out of timeout.
We had to rush them up
and
there.
they ran that fire drill
Unbelievable.
perfectly. Unbelievable. We were talking about that, how great they ran on the
Yep.
field, got up there and kicked it. And I was forgetting what down it was, so that's why
Sure.
I wasn't.
Yeah, it was fourth down. We couldn't spike it. We had no timeouts, so we had to run them out there. They did a great job. You know, they beat us last year by 20. To my knowledge, they played a lot of varsity twos, so hopefully we don't get a lot of their varsity twos this year. Obviously, we're a little banged up, but this is the first time we've played this many games in such a short amount of time. 2 games in 6 days against 2 NCAA opponents. That's tasking now. So we're gonna have to, try to stay healthy this week. Try to focus on the mental stuff. Try to really focus on the X's and O's and try to maybe stay off a little bit of the physical because we're pretty banged up after a game like that. But, Wittenberg's a great team. They took it to us last year. So hopefully, our kids are fired up to play that game. A little bit of get back hopefully is their motivation. But, we're going to enjoy this one tonight. That wasn't an easy win considering lost your starting quarterback on the opening drive and all those things. So really, really, I can't say enough how proud I am. We got to get back to work tomorrow. But for a Monday night win, considering all the things that were against us, I'm really proud of them.
I know in the big club, a lot of times if they lose to the Ep team,
Yep.
team up north, that they'll put a rug down with the score, and they've got to walk on that all year.
Yeah.
Sort of like use some motivation to get them, remind them that how they won the game last year, and get them up ready for that game.
They'll be ready. Look, our kids
I
will
know
be
that.
ready.
I'm just talking.
They know what's at stake here, and they know that it's a team that like I said took it to us last year, but we were in that. It was 7-7 at halftime last year, and then we had some mental mistakes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Mental mistakes in the second half that took us out of it. So we got to clean up the mental mistakes. We only had a few tonight, but I thought ultimately we played a pretty clean game. So we cleaned a couple of things up. We'll have to get Chris up to speed if Nico can't go, but he's more than capable. So
yeah, he showed it tonight.
We'll rally behind him.
With this team, he showed it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I
Thank
don't
you so
hold
much.
you up. You need to get
Yep.
going with
Thank
the guys.
you so much.
We appreciate it. And good luck.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, Joe, sign it off. You gonna sign it off, Joe?
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to thank everybody for listening to Campus Nation tonight, the broadcast with Rick Phillips and Joe Davis, and hope to see you and